What's up, y'all? It's time to get into it. It's Tuesday night, but before we do, let's run the promo.
It's C-Doc again.
What's up, y'all? It's your man, So Chuckified, coming back with another dose of Tuesday night hijinks, calamities, and who the hell else knows what we might get into on It's C-Doc again with your man, C-Doc. Oh, what we playing there, y'all? Let's check in. Ball Sticks already checking in from the UK. We got Knackwurst coming off of his, I'm sure he had a little trip outside. Without further ado, I'm going to bring on one of the co-hosts of this fine, epic show, J.O.J. What's up, girl?
Not much. What's up?
Bam! Look at that background tonight, man. Freaking coming hard. Straight out of the NC.
Right.
Like a Tar Heel. Yeah. Vol Sticks, welcome. Knackwurst, welcome. We are back with new and improved lighting and background music. And hailing tonight from Erie, Lake Erie, spelled E-R-I-E, not E-E-R-I-E. Lake Erie is the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only C motherfucking Doc. What up, Doc?
He's gonna do the. Who are you, Alfred Hitchcock? What the hell was that?
But my cousin used to go by Alfred Bitchcock. I think that's what it is.
Alfred Bitchcock.
Yeah, I think that was one of his aliases. What's up, guys? How is everyone doing tonight?
We're doing good. They used to call me Alfred Bigcock.
Oh no! Oh God! Here we go.
Not. My kids are in the other room. Hopefully, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have to tell y'all, I'm drinking coffee tonight, and it could get crazy.
Nice. I'm trying to. Oh, there's no way to okay. Shit. There's no way to get the chat on here. I'm on my phone tonight, which is not the usual.
Yes, there is.
So, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's tech support again.
Yep. Maybe I need the app. Is there a StreamYard app?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, is there?
There is. We got tech support over there, JOJ tech support.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. That would be me.
I can tell you we're streaming about 1,050 people right now. Yeah, actually 15. What up, Don Chi, Ball Sticks, Knackwurst, Memes, Cude del Exaramcom, Brazil. Como estás?
Word up. Where do Coke Pops, Canada Dry. Tonight's show is brought to you by Lay's barbecue potato chips.
My faves.
Yeah, so I'm stuck in I'm at the hotel and my kids are slobs, and so there's stuff everywhere. It's just half-eaten things and empty bags and so on and so forth. So not my usual studio.
Looks like my house on the Norm.
Right. So exciting.
Wisdom beat.
Exciting show this evening. So did we are they all coming? Yeah, do we know? Huh?
They sure are.
All right. It's gonna be sweet.
They are.
They sure are.
Let's give them a little taste of I guess they can't really see it because I don't have it on a slide, but our background is dope tonight. We've got a little Yag. What do y'all call it? Yag fo.
Yag fow.
Yag fow. The big The big question is whether or not Damage is going to show his face tonight. He tends to hide behind the camera.
That's true. Very true.
What's up, Sunshine?
You guys usually aren't on the same episodes together, right?
Right.
No, actually, I was going to tell him. I sent him a text earlier today. And
So you need to tap out.
Yeah, I should have. I
Maybe-
should have told him I wasn't going to be able to make it.
Maybe he'll show his face if you're not there. Oh,
He would have been like, oh, good.
and now you're not there.
Wait, I'm here. Hang on.
He's getting his old lady's laptop.
Yeah, well, I was going to try, but oh, geez, where's the show? Damn it. Oh, there we are. Okay. Yeah, she said, you use my laptop. I'm like, how? I don't know.
Pat Flo in the house from Chile. I'm loving some Chile tonight. I am a huge fan of South America, particularly Colombia. So welcome.
There we go.
Man, we're getting all kinds of international flavor.
Right?
Flavor tonight.
You know.
I'm loving it.
I
Let me
guess
throw
this
on
is
a
not-
little bit more of this in the background here.
Where'd you get your Bobos?
Piece the uptown, I get around. So I'm down with the L, and that's God bless.
You know what I noticed when I was listening to the album today? These dudes were way before their time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, so many people bit them. It's not even funny.
And oddly enough, they still are.
They still are biting, you know, because once a biter, always a motherfucking biter, right?
But no, I mean, they're still ahead of their time.
Oh, my bad. Well, yes, they are still ahead of their time.
And the other thing, yeah.
Yeah.
They both hold true.
Yeah, this is true. You know, because I was listening today, and it reminds me of so many other groups around that time that, you know, got more shine and it's not as good.
No, that album is crazy good. Like seriously ridiculously good. And it's not the usual. I mean, there's, you know, some braggadocio, but it's all in good fun, and it's almost self-deprecating, and, you know, the gags and the jokes, and it's just there aren't many rap albums like Action Packed Adventure.
Yeah.
You know, really aren't.
Yeah.
Wisdom
The
Beats says
creativity.
innovative flows and dope beats.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. Go ahead and talk for a minute. I'm going to try this laptop thing and see if I can make it work.
All right, it's Tech Problems again, y'all. Featuring Yaggfu Front.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what Damage is doing. He's gonna keep it under wraps until we bring everybody on.
Exactly.
Stay covered. You know,
He's also waiting for you to tap out, because, you know, you guys can't appear in the same place at the same time.
well, people might start thinking that we're the same person.
Right?
I wouldn't wish that on Damage at all.
Yeah.
By the way, let me preview my shirt.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Plus the
Uh-oh.
blue-
I thought you said you were going to wear it in right. Yeah, the other way.
backwards. Dude, I'm so fat. If I wore it backwards, I'd look like the Michelin Man. So I didn't want to subject you all to that tonight. We got guests in the building. Speaking
Right.
of which, we got 3 or 4 in the green room already sitting there going, who's this motherfucker?
Right.
And it's not even his show.
Right.
Oh, I noticed you've been going live a lot lately, Doc. I'm proud of you. You're really getting your social media legs under you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You know, I'm seeing what works, what doesn't. Trying to keep the Spit Slam page active. I don't know what the hell Google Mail just did to my thing. What or the hell? Yeah, man. You got to keep getting the word out and doing what we can do. And I don't know. It was the whole thing with Black Medine the other night. That was an experiment. I guess it worked. Yeah, kind of worked. It was cool. People showed up. I didn't expect that, so that was good. Yeah.
It wasn't just me.
We can see.
Wasn't just you, Jen. Yeah. Wasn't just you. Which was kind of neat, if I do say so myself.
Neat.
Yeah. I don't have the link in here. Damn it. All right, hang on. Where'd you get your Bobos? You know?
Oh snap! I see a little D&D in there with a camera on. We better bring him on quick before he changes his mind. He's you know, he probably didn't want me to tell this story. You remember that time, Jenny, when we were on the call together, me, you, and Damaged, and I was talking about his underwear line that he was going to bring out. Like, we never talked about that. And I'm like, dude, you told me you're making this high end underwear, like these limited edition, like underwear. And he was like, man, you're fucking crazy. I never talked like that. Never said that. Doc, you gonna make it over there, dude?
Maybe.
He's got some problems there.
So just so y'all know,
hey, Wisdom Beats. Hey, Wisdom Beats.
If y'all are just tuning in, our fearless host is on the road. He didn't just lurk in like I did when I was on my trip out west. He was actually on time.
Ill-prepared, but ill-prepared nonetheless. We're going to try this.
Pat Flo, love you. Te amo.
Wow.
Okay, we're so bilingual.
Dude, I wish I was bilingual. I do that app Duolingo. If you're out there, you want to learn a new language, I highly recommend it. Duolingo. It's well worth the I think it's $60 a year. I just don't spend enough time on it, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
All righty.
There's Doc.
Oh,
twice.
now.
Let's do that. Watch that.
Holy shit.
Oh
my God.
All right, I got to turn this off because I'm freaking myself out.
These guys are going to go, yeah, we're leaving. I don't want to talk to these people.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds all right. So Jenny,
yes, sir.
Maybe you can do the honors tonight. I don't know. Do we bring them all in at one time? Do we bring them on one at a time? Kind of a train.
Train? What in the hell? Well, one of them's still missing, but I say we bring in
go
one Mr. Spin Forth.
Did he just say he'd be right back, or did he come back?
First, no, he's there.
Oh, okay.
He's there. Bring him in.
I'm catching up.
Bring him in. Spin Forth.
What's up, guys?
What's up, fam?
Wow, you're actually real, Spin.
I'm drinking in my DJ Assassin bourbon glass.
That's what's up.
So then that's who you bring in next. The ever popular.
They got more merch than Kiss. Like,
right?
Like they got more shit with their names and logos and all kinds of stuff.
I'm waiting for the Yaggfu comic book. You know?
Oh, it's in the works, man. It's in the works.
I know. Dude, the Christmas special. Yeah. The
Christmas
special.
Yaggfu Front saves Christmas. You know?
Man. Hilarious.
Throwing out the gems. Throwing out the gems.
I mean, you can't count anything out with this group.
That's it.
Like there's so much creativity and randomness, which is why I love it.
Yes.
Like you guys are
But
fantastic.
That's what life is, man. Is creativity and randomness. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when I watch TV, I watch shows, I watch guys' podcasts and stuff. I love it when it's like this, when it's like off the cuff, like off the top, like stream of thought, what's going on in the world, everybody talk about it. And you know what I mean? Because that's what it really is like for real.
Right.
You know, it's like, it's not, you don't walk in your house and hang your wife a script and be like, hey, so this is what we're going to talk about tonight at dinner. Like, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's what you do.
I would have to say my wife hands me a script often. And she's like, "You can do this, motherfucker."
Just because she doesn't care about what else you have to say.
That is true. Well, if I take the ball gag out of my mouth, I'm,
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
wow. Okay,
There you
next
go.
in line.
who are we bringing in next off of that one?
I say you bring in one Mr. Jingle Bells,
J
who
Bells
just
of
showed
Yak.
up to the game.
Up.
What's up, JB?
Jang.
How y'all doing? Can
How
you
are
hear me?
sir? Yes.
Yes. we
Wow.
can.
Okay. Wow.
Y'all sound
Wow.
good.
How y'all doing? Yeah. You know, because I can't hear myself back, so that's kind of crazy.
Right.
Everything sounds beautifully clear.
It
Fantastic.
does.
Yeah.
Usually this show has the worst sound on the internet, but you know, we're doing all right tonight. There's still time for it to get shitty. Yeah.
What is about
Mhm.
6:15 over there? What time
Where
is it
I am,
on?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 6. What time is it where y'all are?
Same time as you.
Oh, I'm on East
okay.
Coast time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So everybody just kind of like moseying in, getting in. How's everybody? Everybody day was good.
Everybody's day was good. How was your day?
Yeah, I just sunny, hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Word.
Braving. Well, the day was it went down probably about 20 degrees, but you know how the United States is right now. It's just on fire right now,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Two steps from
Actually,
being totally
here in
torched.
California, it literally is on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
How
Yeah,
about
US
you bring in
on fire for about 4 or 5 years.
right?
Anyway.
Yeah, since I don't know where.
What's going on,
Damage
Spin?
is?
Chilling, man. Just
What's up?
in the building.
Why don't you bring in
Good.
DJ Assassin before he finishes that blunt?
Yeah.
That's what's up. No. Give me some of that fucking heat.
What up?
That's what's up.
What up,
Yo,
sir?
what up?
Makes me want to go walk the
Yeah.
dog.
Oh, look, and he's wearing the shirt I was telling you about.
Yeah,
Yaggfu
word.
Front, breaking all the stunts, stepping with the loot. I just displayed the rest of it.
Oh man.
Jingle bells, spin forth. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's going on?
Word up. I'm good, man.
Damn, what up?
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
there
I'm
you
good.
go.
I'm good.
Somebody
are
who's
you
actually
guys still in the general area of one another?
Kind of.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Jingles.
yeah.
Yeah, for the
Okay,
most
all
part.
right. Now, we just like so, but anyway, no. The international man spin forth. He always never stands still, but he's in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the aficionado DJ Assassin, he keeps it hot in Raleigh Wood. You know what I'm saying?
Hollywood.
Man,
Raleigh,
40 years of DJing, rocking parties everywhere across the Carolinas. And myself, I'm up here in DC.
Oh, okay.
MVA, Northern Virginia, Maryland. So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Jingle, you're a little closer
before
to me.
Elvis,
Then. Okay.
Before
So
Elvis leaves the building,
mhm.
you might want to bring him up.
Where is
Elvis
he?
Presley was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. Oh, you're talking about Deranged and Damaged. My bad. What's up, Tomash?
I need to fix
Oh,
my
boy.
background. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
yeah.
you. Why you have to fix your background? It's suitably blunted.
It's junky in here.
It looks like you're in an aquarium or
Yeah.
some other planet.
I was in the aquarium. I was in space.
Yeah.
I'm in the Arctic somewhere.
Okay. Oh, it's the Northern Lights. That's what it's supposed to be. Gotcha.
Right. It matches the green screen, so
Yeah.
That looks good. You got movement back there and all kinds of shit, dude.
Right.
Yeah, I was in space earlier, but I figured this would be straight. What up, guys?
What up, man?
What's up, D&D?
Well, it's dope to see you all here in the cyber world of It's C-Doc again, and glad to see that. And I've heard rumblings of possibilities of new recordings and things like that, and we'll get to that later. But good to see you guys are still doing it, still doing stuff for those that don't know. Because
still doing it.
What the hell is
still
that?
doing stuff. Because we're doing stuff. We're just
doing stuff.
Still doing it.
They're doers.
Always.
Still doing it.
Yeah, you got it's funny with music. It's a lot of times it's out of sight, out of mind. And people are like, "Oh, I didn't know they were still making music." I mean, Chuck D's put out how many damn albums since they left Def Jam, and people are like, "Hey, when are you gonna put out a new album?" He's like, "Motherfucker, I just put out like 10 albums. What are you talking about?" So,
Right.
but so we gotta let the people know. Can I tell hype for this interview? Much love. Oh, Volt in the UK, shouting you guys out.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, shout out to the UK.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
If ketchup taught me anything in life, it told me that anticipation is really something.
That's right. Really something.
Keeps making me wait.
All thanks to ketchup.
Yeah. You guys ever sat there with the bottle and just like right in front of a fry and just waited and waited? Something about it, man.
And that sums up the Yaggfu philosophy.
I like your T-shirt, Jenny. That's a cool T-shirt.
I was waiting to
Wow.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I just caught that.
Wow.
I just caught that. Tempo Records. That's what's up. Okay, so when we get mine? When is mine coming?
Yeah.
I need my Tempo Records shirt.
Okay.
Such a long time ago, but it's so dear to
Hey, do you guys know? So check this out. Do you guys know that that's the first record for Mr. J. Bells Rockwell, better known as Jingle Bell? Back then, he was known as Brother Black. But we were reminiscing about that just the other day. But it's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a super classic. It's like super rare.
Tempo Records. Tell us the story.
Yeah, Tempo Records. Jingle.
Basically, everybody was always enthusiastic about hip hop when they were young. Well, when the birth, said, well, I can't say the birth, but the uprising of what, wanting to be on top of or contribute something to the culture, especially when you had people like Big Daddy Kane and, God bless Bismarck, which sometimes now, I guess you would sit there and say, I'm going to keep it in context, but I got to say this because, the culture, the subculture of hip hop right now, as you know, the speed of things, like you said, well, when you going to bring out another album, you talk to Chuck D and he said, well, I already put out 10 albums, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like being on a train that's moving so fast that you don't really see what you're passing by. So I'm that kind of person that's always kind of slow, but I recognize the things as I go along. So these people like Bismarck, of course, Big Daddy Kane, Roxanne Shante, you can get back. Everybody got their beginning.
Yeah.
So we just went in the studio. We were some young kids, like junior high school, in high, me and my friend David Hicks, Brother Black, MC Power was a little structure. I started off as a beatboxer. Anyway,
Oh
so
yeah.
I was
Oh,
back.
yeah.
My name was the Master Beatbox. So then it kind of slid over, and I started rhyming because you gotta, as a enthusiast, you gotta put your hands on everything.
Right.
And it just was. I tried. My aunt helped me put that record out. We were kind of short when it came to paying for it, so my aunt, she invested, and that was my senior year in high school, and I went to school right before I went to St. Augustine's College and got with the crew and played. I brought the record up there, and Assassin was, of course, he was on top of his game as usual in Raleigh, DJing, but he was in a movement called what was it? Club Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the hottest thing that was cooking in North Carolina, DJing, in the movement, in the party movement. And I was up there standing there with my record. Can you please say my record? And special, like, there's another cat by the name of Special G that's from Raleigh too. And
Yeah, shout out Special
when
G.
I saw him, he made me remember. I was in that guy in the window, like in Players Club, like, can you please play my record for me, please? That's the type of nostalgia that hip hop was all about. That original stuff, like just being on the ground level.
Yeah.
I was just fortunate that my aunt saw, I was, my aunt, the friends that I had, David Hicks, MCL, of course, and Tony T. That was his little brother. And we trying to be the mogul, the rapper, and the producer, and all that stuff that everybody's doing now. So it was cool, man. Simple Records is a moment. It was over 30 years ago, so that's just amazing.
What year was that?
That was
89, 89,
yeah,
89,
88.
That
was crazy.
That was crazy. Jingle was putting out records. When I met him, he was like, "Yeah, I got my vinyl." Like, dude, like you gotta. This is late '80s. Who in the hell in the late '80s was putting out vinyl for real? Like, really think about it.
I remember
who in the late '80s was putting out local vinyl. Like, they was making moves.
Yeah, I always wonder.
Jingle. No, I said Jingle.
How you get?
Yeah, Jingle.
What?
But no, I remember at St. Aug when Professor Griff was on campus, and Jingle had the record and gave it to Professor Griff, and like some cats was talking like talking sideways, but Griff was like, "Yo, chill, man. You know how hard it is to get a record to make a record and to print it and they pass it out. Like, yo, man." And Griff gave him respect like immediately.
Yeah, he
so
did.
right off the Griff.
Yeah, that's dope.
Shout out to Griff.
Yep, shout out to the professor.
But shoot, there's ball. Hey, look, the testimonial don't lie. It's just lie there. You got Spin. He was killing it on the beats. He was up there, He had peoples up in New Jersey. I mean, we all, we all college based, Like,
right.
For the most part, that's how we all met,
Yeah.
And then from there, me and him was always, because we were in the band together. We was in the concert band. We both was in, majoring in the same things. And that's what was funny about me, what Damage and saying, and all of us was just sitting up here saying, like, dang, we come from the exact same background. So I don't know if it's just going to be inevitable, but the way I see it, it's just like, it's like, I was thinking, because I'm sitting there just like he said, anticipating, like, what does this mean? Saying, what does it mean? Or all of us just on this, saying, and it just dawns on me, man. It's just like, you don't know where it might go, who you might reach, how far, what the subtle nuances that you do, it makes a difference, and that's what it takes me back when this Yaggfu thing, and of course you're going to ask some questions and stuff, but Yeah, man, that's what this is all about. It really is this subtle nuances that really just explode in your face, like, and saying, damn, you know, maybe we did do some good. Maybe we did make some changes. Maybe we did, you know, saying, create something that, you know, saying people can say, you know what? It's getting better. It's better with time. It's getting like, I'm listen to the run. I'm like, damn, it is getting better with time. I listen to it because you're always your own roughest critic in what you want to do. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
We got one of our first questions from the chat. Volsticks wanting to know where the fuck were those horns from? On
listen, yo, no. We are not sample snitching on It's C-Doc again. God damn it, we are not doing that.
It's not listen.
Followed it up.
Yeah, no, you see, Volsticks.
Even if we can sit here and tell you, he's still.
Yo, for real. All I can say is this: we were all music heads, like serious music heads, like Jingle said, like we played concert jazz, like we played different instruments. We were music heads, so we listened to everything. We loved everything, every type of music, just all of it. So when we were crate digging, understand that we really weren't versed in like the New York way of crate digging. You know what I mean? Like when we got to New York, like so many people taught us stuff and showed us breaks, and we knew these breaks kind of through our parents and music and stuff we listened to, but not all of them. So the way we would crate dig is we would go to the most impossible, dirtiest, funkiest, weirdest places that had records, and we would just, man, look at this cover. This is crazy. If you had a record player, we put it on and be like, man, this sounds insane. Who is this group? Never heard of these people. We weren't looking for the records that everybody else was getting or that everybody knew. We were looking for the strange and ridiculous. You know what I mean? And we found so many ill samples. And if you could tell by the album, what we did, we paired that with the stuff that everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? We would have the illest horns and the illest sounds. But then we would also come back and we come with the break beats. Right. But then we can't chop these beats like everybody else chop them. We gotta chop them like this. And that's what we would do. And it was a team effort. It's like I'd be in the apartment. We had the turntables out. It was always turntables out all the time. Put a record on that we found in what was that place? The Record Hole. Literally, that was the name of the place, the Record Hole. And it was a dude that worked in there. Jingle, I know you remember that guy's name. It was this older dude that worked in there. He's the soul.
I mean, yeah, that's. I was about to sit up here. I can't remember. I don't know.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Name. This guy, we would be like, man, I'm looking for some like funky like 60s jazz. Like,
oh, you know 60s. What? There's a couple of those, but I know exactly what you're talking about now.
This dude would be like, oh, you want this band? Oh, you want this group? This group released one album in 1978, and he would just direct us to weird stuff. But he was such an odd dude. But he had the coolest record store ever. And it was just...
You talking about John Swain?
John, yeah. That place, the Record Hole, was like a gym. It was a gym. And we would go in there and find the bugged out stuff. I'd come home, put some stuff on the turntable. We'd be listening to breaks. We'd loop something up. Like, we didn't even have equipment. We was like looping it up on a mixer, needle dropping. We just looping. And then Jingle will be like, yo, this will sound dope. Yo, I heard a horn yesterday in this record I had. And he will pull that out. And then Dennis will be like, yo, right here, this jazzy swing. Yo, we would build the beats in our imagination. So we didn't have equipment. Right. We would build the beats in our imagination. And then when we got to a studio or somewhere we could put it down, we get the Mid-East in Virginia. And we build these tracks. And they would come out crazy every time. And we were like, yo, we got the formula. We got to keep doing this. You know what I mean? And we did some stuff in Raleigh and stuff, but really, like Jingle, he had a studio he went to, Mid-East Studio. And we would go out there. Our boy Sam had a pickup truck. Jingle knew Sam from Virginia. Yo, we would just pile in the back of a pickup truck. We get out of class on Friday, pile in the back of a pickup truck, drive to Virginia, It's 20 degrees, 30 degrees outside. We're in the back of a pickup truck riding to
The
Virginia.
truck has a cover, by the way, guys.
It just got a cover. It's got a cover on the back of the truck.
Y'all got some brilliant mind. Y'all got some brilliant brainstorms.
Yeah, you remember that? Yo, we would just jump in the back of Sam's truck
Sam,
with records.
I do remember.
Shorty
I do remember
Doo-Wop,
getting.
It was me, you, Jingle, Shorty Doo-Wop.
Oh my God! Shouts out to Rodney.
Yeah. And we would get in the back of the truck. We get in the back of Sam's truck, and we rode up there. And you remember that cartoon I drew? Anyway, this is two deep cuts for you guys. My bad. But yeah, we used to make samples all the time, like on anything. Y'all have to understand that we didn't really have a lot of equipment, but we had like real like keen minds, and they were already DJs. I was a radio DJ. They were DJs. Torrin had all the DJ equipment, and we used to find the records just like he said. A lot of those cartoon records I brought in because I had mad cartoon records from when I was a kid. We also got a lot of jazz stuff, but there was something in particular I wanted to bring up about it. Oh, yeah, like Smack. Remember I made so the first original Smack and Sucker Silly when we were doing the demo tapes. Back when we were doing the demo tapes. I made that over off of Raleigh Boulevard at Mr. Freeze's
Mr. Freeze. Shouts out to Mr.
Right.
Freeze.
So to go over it, like around the time that Spin and Jingle were there, Bob was there, but I was in Raleigh, and we had all kinds of connections through Jermaine Dupree always bringing Fresh Fest. One of the things that he would go around, you can elaborate, Bob, if you remember, but Jermaine Dupree would bring around the Fresh Fest to Raleigh.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't Urban Shice. You remember that? And Freeze was doing it because he had his groups he would put on the bill. Well, anyway, after that, so Mr. Freeze was a staple. He was the only person around that really. For me, hip hop was connected to Mr. Freeze because he was the guy who had the records, the actual vinyl. He had the tapes, and he would make those tapes. And then DBS, who was also a DJ at the radio station that me, Spin, and Jingle were at, was working with Mr. Freeze, also helping him make the tapes. But he let me come back there, and that's where I made right over there where City Trends is now. That's exactly where
exactly what we're talking about.
That loop, with the
same
Crusaders came from. So it's crazy you say that. And then in Spin over at the apartment complex, we used to take the box and do pause button tapes. You remember that? We would take the room and bring it back.
Right. You did a lot of that. You did a lot of pause buttons.
I found one of those tapes at my parents' house.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It was funny because our method was like a college kid method. Get in where you fit in, do it how you can. You know what I mean? Like it was just that.
Mm-hmm.
So because we would make these beats in our head, and of course we wasn't writing the rhymes until we got in the studio. And that followed us to the album. You guys got to realize that album is what you're hearing, and 80% of that album, the rhymes were written that day, that hour, and spit that day. And we didn't go back and clean up verses or nothing. We just was like, yo, with a mic, let's go, drop it. We get our verse as tight as we thought it was for the day. We never went back and revisited anything. We just spit it because it didn't sound the same. Like when you first get the beat put together, you first hearing this beat in your head. You hear this beat in your head, and you finally got it on tape. You finally got it in the sampler, and it's tracked. And you hearing this beat for the first time that you've been imagining for months. Then the rhymes come out, and you just start writing about whatever the fuck is coming out of your head. And that was the project. And the real with it was we were lucky because like at Mercury, like Kenyatta at Mercury, like they didn't push us to do anything that we didn't want to do. As far as recording like our songs, our music, they was like, yo, you guys are wild. Like this shit is dope. Like just do you. Just be y'all. And we were lucky with that. We were lucky we got to put out an album that was purely us just being who we were.
Yeah.
I think another thing that's incredible about the trip too, because just what you're saying, like we talk about the process of what a lot of people, different groups went through, you know what I'm saying, and how the method to their madness, you know what I'm saying. to making stuff. And then to see, like I said, the evolution of the whole analog to the digital world. And so it was so many transitions from us, you know, doing like coming in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, we had Black Sheep that was over there that just came off. They just won what was the Grammy for The Choice Is Yours, or what, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we went to Mercury. But it just like after that, it was like a ghost town. Now everybody gets a promotion, and now you're in a place where you're in there with at the beginning again, where you got people that's in new positions that, you know, you got to get. Just thank God that Brad was, you know what I'm saying, he did have he was the imagery maker and the idea, kind of like we sit here and say, oh, what we gonna do? What all right, let's do this or whatsoever. And then he'll get, you know, he always drawing something, or, you know, the ideas while ideas flowing and stuff. But just thank God that, you know, saying to this point that we even got heard the way that we did get heard. Because if you think about all, I mean, even from the time from Action Back to Venture dropping, then you had Snoop in them killing the game.
Right after that.
Oh, we were out there with Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck.
Yeah.
Them niggas was everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we in New York, I'm like sitting there, I'm like looking around. You see Protect Your Neck, all of this stuff. Then you they coming in with Doggy Style. And we're just, you know what I'm saying? And just that's why I say it's just unbelievable that we at this point right here, that we can sit up here and let's say even talk about it, because you would have thought
we was
that
in the middle of all that. That was pretty.
You would have
wild.
thought that it would have just went up in smoke. But apparently, I mean, thank all the people that, you know what I'm saying, that kept us alive and touched our product, you know, and told people word of mouth, you know what I'm saying, and always say, well, you know, Yaggfu Front, they were way ahead of their time, or, you know what I'm saying, hey, well, man, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, it just, you got to remember Madcap, and I mean, I just remember a lot of talented people that came from that era. It's just like, it's incredible how fast things evolve. But we got
to touch. We were in the thick of it, and it's so funny because, like, I think about it, like I be telling my wife stories and stuff, and it's like she was around for some of it, to be honest. But like in the beginning, like I tell her stories of some of the places we were and the people were around us, and we got invited to Tribe Called Quest album release party. I think it was Midnight Marauders, and like at the time we didn't know what was going on, but a couple years later you realize, it was the Wayans brothers was there. We met them. We was hanging out with dumb dudes, and they were so young, and you know, we older than them, and they seemed like the little kid. Who these kids running around like they funny, they crazy. And like we were in places and hanging out with people that later on became these gigantic people, but we was in the mix all the time because we just loved it. It was hip hop. Like, honestly, like Jingle said before, we really just wanted to be part of the culture. Like, one of my personal goals was, I just want to be part of hip hop culture. Like, I grew up in a small town in North Carolina. Small town like called Kinston. Shouts out to the K. There are a lot of big names came out of the K, but not really with music, but like sports and stuff. So I'm gonna shout out the K because some kind of way we be turning out some amazing people from such a little place.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's crazy about it was that, I'm coming out of the K and I'm getting immersed in this. But while I was in Kinston, like hip hop was something I could concentrate on, and you had to work to get music. You had to work to get the rap albums. You had to go traveling and go places to get the hip hop. It just wasn't there. A couple DJs on the radio and stuff were doing stuff, but I had to get lucky if the wind was blowing the right way. I could listen to Waxmaster Tory out in Raleigh. Shouts out to him. Rest in peace. He was seriously influential on us. And
if
it was
you guys don't know, Waxmaster Tory was one of the staple DJs during the time of early on in Yaggfu Front and before. He had a radio show previous to the one that I was doing, and he would run about from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. playing nothing but hip hop. We were so spoiled, I didn't even know it until I went to other places. We had like hip hop nightly with mixes like for like 6 hours, 8 hours straight of just nonstop. Some of the best mixes, like cuts and scratches. You wouldn't believe some of the top tier DJs. It was an experience. All throughout my high school, my experience was going to school, waiting until WKNC would come on, and then playing like the best hip hop music selection ever, and all the other radio stations, like even the radio station here now, K97.5, was strictly like no rap. They even had a commercial at the time, and it was like, we don't do rap. It was like part of their thing. And then WKNC was like the place that you could go for listening to hip hop. And I'm every night, like I just nonstop. It was just like he would come on. He had this crazy like English sounding, just strange, like perfect radio voice, man. And he would have incredible DJs. It was amazing. So shout out and RIP and respect to the whole Black family, and Waxmaster Tory was, and to this day, Waxmaster Tory is like one of the biggest influences in my life. Before he moved on to do other bigger things, one time he came to my grandma's house of all places. He encouraged me. He pulled up he had I don't know if it was a Mercedes, but it was like a foreign car. I was so impressed. I'm just out of high school and college. Just out of high school, and he was like, yeah, man, you got talent, you can really make it. I see big things for you in the future. And I just took that as like, wow, Waxmaster Tory came to my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? So to get an opportunity to get a radio station to meet Spin and Jingle, in fact, you got to keep it real. When I met Spin and Jingle, it was kind of through Waxmaster Tory, because I thought when Tory called up, he said, hey man, it's Tory. I was like, what's up, Tory? What's good? He was like, yo, hey, I was thinking about coming to the radio station. Like, yeah, come on down, man. And then I saw Jingle. I was like, who are these guys? I don't even know who these guys are. And then you guys came into the radio station. You remember you did that mix Spin with oh my God, with Shazzy and Imperial theme from Star Wars, like
the Imperial Marvel Star Wars.
Yeah, man, I was like, yo, he just got something special. Y'all have to understand. Everybody got to understand. And even I don't even know if any of y'all know this. Let me say this like publicly. Bro, I had gone through so many tier after tier after tier after tier of people who just didn't have it together, bro. I respect to everybody in North Carolina that was trying to do it at the time, but they did not have a good idea of concept of what it would take. And for you guys to come in there with your own record, you just like kill it right live on the radio, that was impressive to me. I was like, hey, there's something special with these guys. So when we went out, remember that time we went outside, we were in front of the place, I said, man, we were in the Tempo. Remember that? Anybody remember that? Right in front of the basketball spot where the old NC State.
The old radio station, the old
and I was like, yo, I got a vision, man. It's crazy. We're gonna actually do it. You remember that? And after that, it was crazy. It was like we were thick as thieves, man. I was staying with Spin. I remember that too. It was like he had an apartment. Man, it was super crazy, us going through all of that. It really was a blessing, actually. I probably wouldn't. I'm glad I met you guys. You guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're included that too, because I really before I knew y'all, I knew Bobby. That's what's crazy though. It's all
right.
It's so crazy.
We'll talk. DJ Assassin, listen, I would hear his name all the time. I didn't know who he was. When I met him, he introduced himself as Assassin. He introduced himself as Bob. Bobby.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. He was like, I'm doing a party tonight at the what was it? At St. All, we used to throw the craziest parties in the church. Dead up in a church.
Taylor Hall. He was in Taylor
Hall. Yo. Yeah. So he's like, I'm doing a party tonight. I'm like, fresh on campus. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming out. DJ, I'm coming out. I might get on the turntables. I get out there, and this dude is rocking. I mean, I'll see him. He rocking. And he's like, DJ Assassin. I'm like, that's DJ Assassin? That's DJ Assassin. Like, I had no idea because it was like I heard his name like a million times. But then I met him earlier that day. Yo, he was killing it. All I can say about this dude is this. He been doing it for so long. We got a chance to bring him on tour and be like, come on, you. He was already in the damn group because he was just with us all. He was just with us. You know what I mean? So we on tour. We was coming through. He's like, come on, get on tour bus. Let's go. You going on tour. Like, that's how he ended up on tour. He's like, come on, you coming with us. Like, yo, he could just rock anything, anywhere, drop of a hat. There's never no problems with anything. But I got to tell this story, Bob, because it's my favorite story with him. So we doing this party in Taylor Hall. I don't know what it was about this night. Damage used to do the flyers. Like, Damage would do. Okay, so I know you guys remember the old school New York flyers that were hand drawn and everything. Yo, Damage used to do those. They were perfect. They were amazing. They just sucked people into the parties because nobody was doing anything like that. We wouldn't go to class on Friday. We spent all day going to Kinko's printing out damn flyers. We go whole full-page flyers too. We would do these flyers. Damage would do them the night before. We would go put them out. Yo, so
posters, we call ourselves doing it. Go ahead, my bad.
We do this. I got this party. So the crowd is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's like I'm walking up and it's so many people outside. I'm like, what's going on? Did they end the party? No, it was as many people outside as it was inside. We go in the building and literally, you know how people say they were hanging from the rafters? They were people literally hanging from the rafters of the building. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Jingle know, they know. They were hanging from the rafters. There were so many people in that building. They were hanging on the catwalk. They did plays and stuff in there. They were on the catwalk. They was hanging in the frames. It was people it was insane. And after that, it was like, yo, this dude is the dude. This is it right here. This is what he does. And that party was monumental. Like, it went down in history. I've never seen that many people in one place in my life. And we've been to a lot of places and done some big parties. But that was insane. And it set the pace because all of us were there. And we would get on the turntables and we would talk on the mic. And we ended up building this repertoire with our people, with St. Aug and with the area that, if nothing else, even if you didn't know who we was rapping or stuff, you knew we was like DJs, and we rolled in this crew, and it was these three guys, these four guys that would just be where everybody wanted to be. We was there, and nobody knew what the hell we did until we got on the air. When we got on the radio, and we were in these, like Damage said, we these nutballs who we're on the radio from 10 o'clock at night until the sun comes up. Like, literally, we were at WKNC all night, and it'd be 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and the phone would start ringing, and we would be like, all right, y'all, we about to pack it up. We ain't getting no phone calls. The phone will blow up. 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. College kids, yo, don't go off the air. Yo, play this. Yo, play that. Yo, do this. Like,
yeah,
it was
that's how most of those nights ended. Yep.
Yo, it was a whole
3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And what's funny, we built a rapport with the guys. The guys would come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. Y'all remember this? These metal guys that played metal at KNC at 6 o'clock in the morning was called a Rude Awakening. Yeah. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, when the kids start waking up, you turn on the radio and it just be the hardest core underground metal music you ever heard in your life. So one day the guy calls, he's like, yo, we're gonna be late. We ain't gonna be there, man. You guys keep rocking. We'll be there. We're gonna be late. So we at 6 o'clock, we start playing the hardest of the hardcore hip hop. So we're like, this is the Rude Awakening. People, the phone was blowing up. People were like, what the hell is going on? Other people were like, yeah, man, this is how you do it. It was hilarious. We would just rock hardcore hip hop. We would play our own music. We would play local people. We would just it was about hip hop. It was about Raleigh and North Carolina. We felt like we had something to prove, if to no one else but ourselves.
You know, I want to interject and say real quick, it's not lost on me that some of the dopest groups came out of being radio DJs first, you know. you guys, and PE instantly comes to
Right,
mind.
right.
You know, and the familiarity with records and being on the air and presentation. Yeah.
Long Island. We've been up to their show that was up in Long Island. I remember.
We sure did. We sure did.
Before we move on, I want to call out Jenny O'Jenny. Thankfully, turned the camera off when she did her wardrobe change. As you all can see, she's sporting the old Fisto logo there. Jenny, why don't you show everybody that?
And before, got it. Yeah.
And so if y'all are tuned in out here, I want to show you something here. I'm really excited about this. Let me just share this with you guys. Bam. Dude, glow in the dark Fisto tee, limited supplies, y'all. So yaggfufront.com, get your buy on. I am definitely
I
one of these.
turn it on before you say that.
Hey, dude, you know I ain't playing damage. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them to the website. So let's get that shit going. That shirt right there.
Look, are there? Make sure that we don't wax poetically, because we will tell you, a lot about, our history when you get us together for sure. But I'm pretty sure you have some questions too.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys keep talking. I mean, this is make my job easy. I'm just sitting here listening.
There was this one time. Let me tell you about this, boy.
Okay, so I did have a question. The album came out in '94, but when was it recorded?
A little bit,
yeah. Well, the copy,
it came out in '94, I guess.
Yeah. But when was it recorded? Because it feels like it was recorded a lot earlier than that.
Nah, not well. Okay, so Yaggfu Front has songs. We always had songs. We were always thinking of different titles for songs, adding in songs, songs that we make in the future. So as things settled out, things like that's the reason why people say, well, why is Looking for a Contract not on the record, or why are there different versions of these type of records? As we went along, they just evolved. We just said, hey, let's do it like this, but let's do it again. So even before, we were into the radio culture, so we already had in our minds what it would take for us to complete projects all together in the mind of a record label just coming out of the radio station. I mean, we didn't know it, but retrospectively, looking back, you could see that's we had the building blocks for a record label without knowing it. But we would do all of the stuff. We do, like he was saying, we're doing the graphic design. We would do the beat making. We do the promotion, the publishing. We make our own merchandise. And throughout that, the whole process went from us making songs, even doing remixes early on. So there's songs that I was just explaining Spin today. We're remaking some of the older songs. One of them is called Eat Buffet, which is like if there is a song that defines Yaggfu Front, Eat Buffet is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Because it fits everything that doesn't fit rap and fits everything that
Bridget.
does fit rap to me. But it's a great song, but it's neither here nor there. Then we actually did a remix to Eat Buffet. So we have remixes to songs you guys have never heard. There are songs that exist of Yaggfu Front that we go, yeah, let's remake that. We get the beat and then go, now what were the lyrics again to the song? Do you remember?
I mean, I didn't want to say that because I thought I was talking too much in the beginning.
Talk on, bro.
But if you say, like, a lot of people don't realize that action-packed adventure, I can guarantee you it's probably when we wanted the way we wanted to turn it in. I don't know. I can't say, I won't lie and say what, how many songs it was, but I know that it's probably about 40 or 45 more minutes of that.
You're right.
Did not even the beginning of the whole record. And then the songs that we had planned, we had sitting in as demos
They didn't even go on anything.
They
Yeah,
didn't
none-
go-
we didn't-
none
none
of
of
them. None of them went on Action Packed Adventure. I think it was because one of some samples that couldn't be cleared, or how much they wanted to charge for them. But you know, I can say this: like between, I think probably the oldest one, I would say. It's a demo. I think it's a demo. It's probably one of the most authentic, oldest songs that's on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, actually, if you talk about, because you asked, well, when did y'all start making Action Packed Adventure? But like a lot of that stuff, like those, like I said, like those loops and things of that sort, it was so organically made. You know what I'm saying? Action Packed Adventure was so organically made because, like they said, we didn't have, we would layer loops. So we had so many loops. We had so many loops. We would find so many loops
in our heads, like
and in the head, on cassettes, like, you know, thumb doing it, you know, rolling it back, thumb recording
pause taping it,
and pause taping it, and we just kept loops. I mean, I think that's what's so funny. Like with me, for me not to be like, I took a beat hiatus of making beats for a minute, but I literally I will beat shop like I'm a hoarder or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess something like in need, like, and I'm careful because I don't have like a lot of where we've lost a lot of records throughout the years, but I do enjoy buying a couple of old records from the thrift store or anyway, you know, say it make me feel better, even if I don't even lay the needle on them yet, you know what I'm saying? It's just some anticipation there, but yeah, that's what, like, Action Packed Adventure, the process. I mean, just thinking about it, it's just like, dang, we had almost 45 of, because people was like, yo, are y'all gonna do a double? Because really could have been a double EP. I mean, a double LP.
Already
it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be.
Released. Yeah, when it was released, there was two records supposedly.
Bridget, Eat Buffet.
Name the songs.
Lena's Orgasm. Well, some songs were
Lena's
released in single tape.
Yeah, some of them came on the secret tapes. We had the Luau. Oh God.
Yeah,
the Luau is the legendary. No, the Luau is the legendary hip hop. I mean, like the one song. If anybody has the Luau, we do not have the Luau. The Luau exists. We know it's a copy. On one hard drive, I got the actual remade beat or the samples, which I would love to get. Like, but it's really Jingle beat. It's just that I came across it on the DVD from Brad Thompson and Associates when he was working with Barack Obama in like 2008. At the end of one of their DVDs or one of their events, they played the sample from. Well, I was like, what the? Like, and so I grabbed it. So
we thought that was lost forever.
Yeah. So yeah, I know that was like a lot for you guys, but there's this legendary, even around here, amongst people who know hip hop and people all across, I guess, who had heard the Luau, which is probably the best hip hop song in the world. I'm saying that personally. That's
we
my
lost
opinion.
it, man. But it was crazy.
It's like the best hip hop song anybody ever. Obviously, I don't want to hype it up, but to me, in my opinion, it's like one of the best things I ever heard in terms of hip hop. Just how it sounds. It was
one of those tracks that we were all, and everybody knows what the zone is.
The energy.
Imagine all of us were in the zone at one time, and it just came through. It just came through, and it was like, and I don't know why we don't have it, but it was like one of those things that when you're done with it, you listen to it and you go, that's it, man. That's it. That's that shit. This is what I've been trying to do this whole time, is make this song. That's what it was. And then the universe was like, nah, nobody's gonna hear that.
No, all of that. I love the Luau. I just hear that sometimes in my head. It just starts playing like it's just there's nobody around. It's like
Yeah, we murdered that. We was on something. We was on something that day. But when we recorded that album, it like he said, we were just deep in the records, and so many records we did, and so many versions of records, like Fling Style. That the original version of Fling Style was incredible, but we never clear that sample, like ever. Like those two samples would never get cleared in the history of man. But if I play and now we could actually play that song because we can just put it on the internet and just piss everybody off. But if you heard it, you would be like, "What in the fuck were they smoking?" Like, and it was crazy. It was dope, and it was like two different cultures of music that we slapped together, and it just came off. And when we brought it to the label, they was like, "No, there's no way you're clearing that."
Carolina getting fucked up. Boys from Virginia getting fucked up. See, like,
oh yeah, I remember that. We got a song that we did with Entice. Did that ever make anything? That was our only North Carolina connection track. Was the track we did with Entice?
Yeah, the College Jam. You guys, you probably never heard that, but that I think I put a clip of that on the Instagram.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Somebody
we had
no.
Yeah,
Jenny told us that her favorite track is the mysterious track 15.
Oh no, she didn't.
What?
You guys can't. That's borderline, brother. What are you talking about? What mysterious track?
Borderline.
Elaborate.
I don't know what track 15 is. I haven't heard.
What are you saying about the only female member on this? What exactly are you? What?
I love that you preface.
Yeah, what the hell did I just miss?
Don't you didn't miss anything. He's not even going to elaborate.
I love that you preface that song with we didn't earn the parental advisory label on the album, so we're gonna earn it right now.
It is for you. It's just for you.
Yo, dude, that's exactly what happened.
You bought it. You got this sticker. It's just a bonus, just for you guys.
We found out we got that sticker, and we were pissed off, and we made that track.
Yo,
that's beautiful.
Pulled out a beat tape from Minnesota.
Minnesota,
put it in there. Randy Melton put it in there, and that's why you be like, yo, here it comes. That's Spin going, yo, here it comes. We had minimal idea what it was we were gonna say, and then
we freestyled that song, man. That wasn't no written song. We freestyled that completely. We were pissed off, and it was like, yo, drop that beat, and Jingle was like, right there, that one, yo, and we just went. We just was in the studio bugging, and we just recorded it, and he's like, yo, it's going on the album.
Yo,
I love to bug people out with that joint.
Go and I looked over and I'm like, boy, we really gonna make it. You in the game.
Y'all clearly,
that was like one of the most fun songs, man. Come on now.
Oh, you can tell. You can tell, man.
You guys are just freestyling songs. We're like, yes, we are. We're like, yo, go in there and do it right now. We're like, all right. That's how that song is about.
There's a lot of verses on some of them songs that were like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna say last 4 bars. Just let play. I'm gonna say something, and it was just we just freestyling on out and just say, okay, that's it. We done. Let's go. Next track. Let's go.
It was my jank. It was my jank, by the way, but we just went in and just said screw it. It was my jank. First, it was my jank.
My jank is so long. Yeah, but then
if you listen to it again, you can hear us trying to censor ourselves. And this is like, he just comes in. He's like, all right, let's go. Oh man, that was like one take, man.
You talking about people at the record label turning heads when that thing came blasting through the speakers?
No, wait, hold on. Listen, one of the most unsung tracks on Action Packed Adventure is the actual one of the best songs on the album, which is Black Liquid, which I woke up to. If you guys remember, you made that song and I was knocked out on the floor, as I sometimes do. Right, and I was knocked out on the floor, right, and all I hear is. It was like playing in the background. I was like, what the hell is this? And then all you hear is like, Jingle going, oh, let's get along. Like, it was like crazy. I was like, yo, I missed this one.
Yo, pure creativity. It just was.
I loved it.
It was literally like, what we going to do? And Jingle was like, hold on. Let me write this part. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say this. All right, Spin. And then when I say this, then we're going to do this. Like, that whole song was a pure train of thought. It was not planned. It was not scheduled. It was like, yo, what we gonna do? We're gonna do this, and we just kept developing it as we went. And what you hear on the record is what we did in like over the course of 3 hours. That was it.
Man, that was some 3 hours of some good sleep.
Meanwhile, I was just gonna say, Damage was on the floor.
He said it. That ain't unusual for him just to pass out, be sleep somewhere. We got used to that.
I'm legendary for sleeping on top of speakers while they're playing in the middle of a party in the middle of the night, like while everybody's dancing, just gone sleep.
Whose idea was the intro and setting the album up like it was a movie theater?
Idea wise, what the whole concept of action-packed adventure, it's like this. I probably can't point to one person because really with all those ideas floating around, but I'm trying to remember how it progressed if you really want to know. I do remember. Okay, so that with Yaggfu Front is really like, hey, you know what would be great? With a whole bunch of back and forth between everyone.
Right.
So so on that one, I know that I kind of like was leaning towards somewhere as we were saying the ideas of trying to say it was like a movie. The intro part, I believe Jingle said it had to be set up and had structure, and Spin was coming with the concepts of the stuff. I remember I wrote some concepts down on paper, and then we kind of just like put it together. It was very theater oriented. If you guys really want to know, like
that's what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was going to say because if you really think about it, because like there was, I'm trying to really go through all the thoughts and things that you sent me say, and what I can remember. I just remember how, because it's very visual. The album is a lot visual. That's what's probably the thing that since I've went back and like, because damn it, say, have you listened to Action Packed Adventure lately? Or well, whatever in sometime somewhere in here. I said, I get to work and I said, let me listen to this album again. So I'm listening to it. And I'm sitting here necessarily like taking it all in, like it's coming back, like, and I'm sitting here going like, damn, this is some brilliant stuff because, like I said, I'm gonna keep it in context. When you say about Action Packed and how did it really came together, like to actually, because we were so zany, we was always making the noises with our mouths, or like if we would be talking to our friends making strange noises. I don't know what it was about at that age, but we used to emphasize and make effects like during, we were so zany, zany, or like just jumping off the walls. But the thing about Action Packed Adventure, what really made me is the Damage's verse for the actual song Action Packed Adventure. Grab my neighbor's tits and kick my neighbor's dog. It was just like Spin and Jingle just across everyone. So it was just like you see it. A large primitive board in the flat facts and about photo rivers. Control. They were about to curse. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it was so like me. I'm a person that I'm a soul person. I feel the vibe, and when the vibe is right, and you just get caught up in it, it's kind of like the whole Fisto mantra, Mr. Fisto, good looking out, G. Everything meant something to us. It meant something to us. What we did, why we did it, you know what I'm saying, the way we did it, like different songs like Trooper or, you know what I'm saying, Lena's Orgasm, and then having like our friends come in, young ladies from, college come in, and they were authentic too, just to hear their voices, those New York voices, because there was a couple from New York, and you hear the thickness of their voices, even though we from the country, you got these New York girls in there. Yeah, there go Jacket Jingle, man. You hear all that stuff. Like, I'm like listening to it now. I'm like, wow, this is really something. This stuff is really good. I'm like sitting there and this thing going like, after you get past it, And you start saying, damn, that was really a production.
Yo, we were.
It was a production.
Yeah,
it was a production. You know,
we felt like that for real because like when we decided, okay, yo, it's gonna be like the intro to a movie, but it was like, yo, we can't have a movie. And I remember thinking out loud, like, yo, we can't have a movie. We gotta have a trailer.
And I'm like
I
can remember going,
yo, we gotta have a trailer.
We
You won't go to the movies and not see the trailer. So we got a trailer. We got to do a trailer.
Is he gonna bring a one-legged dog? And then I'm like sitting there going, like,
I think
okay. It was his idea, and he just
we turned into a song. I think that's how that happened. It was Ren 5-5, the two-legged dog.
Yeah, it was just like a building up of
this for the dog, like you know.
It was fun. It was
one leg in the front, one leg in the back.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah, we were listen. Like during that time, I even to this day, that's the funny thing about us. We still unbridled hip hop. You can't muzzle us. You just like it's like imagine if you guys could imagine the best way to really put this together is like we're a wild, almost semi-sentient AI like lawnmower machine with no handle that you start up and go, and you're like,
yeah, you right. That's exactly what it was.
Right.
Like you about to just
right there.
Like you about to got this mega death machine that you about to drive. Like and it's just rumbling.
Yaggfu Front with our jazz hip hop, just like seeing some heavy metal dudes come out like all painted up with guitars, like and like that's the hip hop version and the opposite. The exact opposite. That's how you describe Yaggfu Front. It's like and that's why I wanted to do. Listen, man, we gotta do. That's why I really want to do the live stuff because we really could like do something like we did before. But today, it'd be like instead of people just sitting there staring because they just can't believe it's happening, people will probably get it more because you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of energy that you see like with verses now. You get what I'm saying? Like everything is verses now. It's like Yaggfu Front. Like on stage, if you think about it, and that's no flex or anything. It's just that back in the days when we would go on stage with the energy of what we had, it's like even to this day, even as you watch the progression of the years, only leaders in new school was really like even trying to give that type of energy. ODB was trying to give that type of energy. It's like so those one of the things that I enjoyed was we really put a lot of good energy into the performances of the songs on stage, and we try to authentically say them, like and make people have fun with it. So those are one of the things I miss is turning crowds because it's not like we didn't turn no crowd.
Yeah, we was pretty dope on stage. We got good. We believe me, we did a show. Where was that at? We did the show where they was throwing bottles at us.
And somewhere in Missouri.
That was the Fever.
I don't know. It was on the tour.
The Fever. It was the Fever.
Okay, yeah.
I remember being so excited.
And it was in that bar. The bar was cool. It was like
I give a shout out to Garnett March. He was our manager at the time, and he got us a show at the Fever. And I remember being so excited because as a DJ
Fever in New York. You talking about New York?
I had Fever, the Fever logo, Fever Records. Everybody knew, if you know your history, Fever what that club was to hip hop and the records they was putting out in the early 80s. And we went up to Fever and we like, yo, we're gonna get on the show, we're gonna get on stage and rock. And we had our dancer with us, my man Pop Tart. Shouts out to Jason McMillan, shouts out to Pop Tart. So we get on stage at Pop Tart. And he's from New York. He's from Brooklyn, I think. And we get on stage and they say, from North Carolina, people immediately, boo, like immediately they heard North Carolina and was like, fuck that, fuck y'all. So we start rocking the track and Pop start dancing and bottles start flying. Heineken bottles, beer bottles. Bottles is flying. We just rocking the mic.
So we didn't. Yeah, hold on. We turned that around though.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. Yo, we was like, hold on. We stopped the music.
I remember it was not bottles flying, but it was only 2 or 3 at first, and I think that's just because it was like North Carolina. But I could have sworn we left there where they didn't.
No, we turned it around completely. But that's what I was going to. We stopped the music. We said, yo, stop the track. Jingle started talking, yo, fuck that. We can't hit a rock for y'all. We can't here to do this. Don't be sleeping on North Carolina. Yo, fuck that. We went totally off script with the show. and we just had somebody rock beats, and we just started spitting. We just started rapping, and people were shocked because we murdered it. And then we went back into the show. We did some tracks. When we got off the stage, people was like, y'all from North Carolina? Like, they couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah,
And
when we got on there,
serious about it, man.
Like
we was really serious about it.
No, when we got on there, really what happened was Jingle and me was like, F that.
Yeah.
That's what really happened. Jingle was on the right. I remember this. It was that little small circle of the stage. Jingle was right there. They started throwing bottles in, and Jingle said, and we were like, F that. We about to rock it, and then we rocked it. I was trying to remember why. You were right about the bottles, but I had forgot about the bottle part.
I didn't, because I was like,
go bad.
You
remember because they brought us from backstage, Jingle? Like, we were like a big ass, there was a lot of people in there. I was like, yo, this is our first time even performing in New York.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. And then they bring us in here. And like, we from North Carolina. I was like, oh no. But then when they started like,
I remember the night. It was like, you know, I do
around,
remember the night, but I don't. I tell you, a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Long time
because it was the fever, and I had been.
Yeah,
I remember the fever. I remember the fever.
I didn't
place
remember
was
the
hip-hop
bottle
history.
until I remember seeing us on stage, and I do remember seeing a left-hand bottle. I remember Jingle. I remember were you DJing? What were you doing? Were you playing the music? Or were you on stage?
No, I was on stage. I was.
Okay, but it was a small stage. Right?
It was tiny. It was a tiny stage. I was playing the back, and because I was trying to get Pop-Tart Room to dance, and they was tripping.
Yeah, like all we remember all the memories, like the craft services on the top of the Empire State Building, and doing fractured fairy tales from Rocky and Bullwinkle, and after smoking that hash joint. We remember all of that. I don't even know where Assassin is. Like, Assassin has not said nothing. And from this point forward, where is Assassin? Bring him back.
Coming back.
In and out. I think
yeah, you get back on here and tell how I know the best story for Assassin. How did you meet Biggie, bro? So Assassin knew Biggie way before everybody. He was the one who introduced me to Biggie when back in the days at the zoo. I ain't know him like that. But I remember that I knew who Biggie was when we went to Jones Beach. So I knew who Biggie was the whole time. Do you remember that? You were up in the booth at the zoo over there off of over around the corner from where the thrift store. He's back off again. But I want to
Assassin know everybody. That dude be killing me.
Yeah, he knows everybody. He not only does he know everybody, like, and has been like a big like connector around here to people in the music industry, but everything that he's done along with, you know, some of the partners that he had back in the days really helped hip hop to be around in this area as well.
Word.
Like, for real.
Speak quickly, Assassin.
Yeah, before you
I'm back. I'm sorry, man.
Before we lose you again, speak quickly.
Look.
Hey,
Nah,
you know what? It's my fault. He's been trying to get me to come around there so we can get the studio right, and I gotta get his internet right. Because I'm the nerd, the super nerdy nerd engineer, network engineer. I gotta go over there and get him straight because we plan on doing some things. I gotta get him put a access point in there so he can get
picture up.
You know what? I wanted to ask C-Dot about this. You know, say because y'all been interviewing a lot of groups and things of that sort. I mean, what are some of the topics of seriousness like with just what the overall thing with hip hop right now? I mean, how do you feel about it? I mean, the state of it now. What do you feel like needs to be? What holds the kind of. I really want your perspective of how you feel like things are going on, because you're dealing with a lot of different people in the culture, in subculture hip hop, and I just just want to get, put my feelers out, because you are.
Well, it's an interesting time because people people are very quick to equate hip hop with what they see or hear on the radio, and when it comes down to that, really we're talking about two different things here. We're talking about, if you're talking about that stuff, that's pop music.
Okay.
They just happen to be rapping,
Okay.
or including elements of hip hop or whatever.
Okay.
There's a couple of different things at play here. So there's the pop music that everybody was like, oh, hip hop is whack because I hear all this shit. But then it's like, okay, yeah, but that's pop music, so that's its own thing. Those are pop records. They're made to do that. They're made for the radio. They're made for, I was going to say MTV, but MTV isn't MTV anymore. So never mind that. Right. But they're made to do that. Then there's all these things the internet has, as I have always said, the internet was great because it leveled the playing field for everybody. But then the internet was terrible because it leveled the playing field for everybody. And so the way that the music industry is now, it's this totally different animal, and you can kind of apply some of the things that the way it used to be, but you can't because of the way that music is delivered now, the way that music is consumed now. And so what we've been trying to do on the show, or I don't know if you guys realize, but I'm sure you kind of do from talking to Damage, that, I work with Chuck D on running his very independent boutique record label.
Okay.
And what we try to do is we always say our aesthetic is throwback, but we're making music and promoting music for our generation. We're making that music for the adults that still want to listen to that kind of music, that still want to hear that kind of music. And in my travels, I'm saying that like going through the internet and just trying to find music and listening and what people send to me, there's still a lot of great stuff being made. A lot of people don't realize it because there's so much music out there, But so when people ask me, it's a complicated question, man, because people will say, well, what do you think the state of hip hop is? Well, that's not an easy question to answer because you're talking about a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of perspective. Unfortunately, it used to be easier when hip hop came up through, it was New York in the 70s. It started to go west in the 80s. And then it was remember when it was a fad, that was probably the best time for it because nobody counted on it. And it was like, do what you want. Cause this isn't, the record labels are like, this shit ain't going to be around here in 10 years. It's not going to be around. That was their thought at the time. Once something like The Chronic hit and Doggy Style hit, and then it was like the record labels are like, oh, we can make a shit ton of money off of this. If we let's do this, let's give us this. And it's not a diss at all. It's just you can see the mindset of where it was going. And so it's like, oh, here's a formula. Let's push towards the formula, and that's why things started to go the way that they went. What the music industry didn't count on was that it's funny that Chuck talked about early on that he became aware of was technology and the ease and access that technology was going to give not only to artists but to fans. And then you had the whole Napster thing. That's around the time that I came in, that I got involved in the industry, working with Chuck and things like that. And then the record labels were like, oh, we can't make money off of this anymore. And then iTunes and all that, you know, and things keep changing and stuff. So it's interesting because, you know, vinyl has had a resurgence. And now the industry is like, okay, we can press records again. But even they're still messing that up, you know, because you can go to Walmart and you see 500 copies of Adele's record that nobody's buying. So, you know, they still haven't gotten it right. You know, the new thing that real quick, the new thing that is really interesting to me that I've been seeing the past couple of years is the tapes are coming back. And like,
yeah, that's
tapes,
crazy.
Right? Never would have thought that. Never would have thought that.
I saw an article recently that said no, cassette tapes aren't coming back. Only reason why I brought it up is because I was like, yeah, cassette tapes would be a great idea. So I always thought, I think back to the article about maybe like 11 years ago when they said, oh yeah, vinyl's not making a comeback. So I was like, oh, we should get it in the cassette tapes right then and there.
I'm saying
look, oh crap! Look!
There you go. A little busted loop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm saying. Yo, man.
Wow.
Yo, tapes have become a niche thing. Tapes have become a niche thing.
Jenny's got actual who besides Assassin, you can't, Assassin don't count. Spin's probably got it. So Jingle, do you have a copy or is it just me? I ain't got a copy. That's what it is.
Of
I don't
what?
have a copy either one of those.
I got them. I got them.
I have something that I don't think either one of y'all have, which is the left field CD single.
I got that at home.
Yeah, oh, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
that. Well, you got it. Yeah,
I got the left field.
I know Assassin got speaking of which, he was his out. His is on. His is breaking. Oh wow.
Yeah, where's it at? There it is.
That's crazy.
There it is.
I have nothing to rep here in this room. I got posters. I got all kinds of stuff, but I don't have nothing.
I'm in the hotel, so I ain't got my swag. But I got the left field CD single and the cassette single, and I also have the looking for a contract CD single.
Oh my god!
And the 12-inch of that, and then I got the other ones Jen has too. So yeah.
What is the ultimate? Can I ask anybody? What is the ultimate Yaggfu swag? What is the one thing, the legendary thing? It can't be the injector flow. The injector flow is the most that's the most, and that is a pin. It's only one of those that I have made. Yeah, I don't even think Spin ever got it.
Assassin's got some.
The second one are the pins, the shrinky dink pins. Wouldn't you say? The shrinky dink pins. Oh look, Bob's got the Yaggfu poster.
Nice.
Crazy.
Jingle had a stash up.
Yeah.
So what's the ultimate?
What is the ultimate? What is the ultimate Yaggfu swag? I'm gonna ask the guys. What is the thing that we have already made that is the rarest thing? Besides the buttons that Mercury made, the buttons and the keychains is another one. That's pretty rare. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
A sticker would be a original circle sticker is one of the most rare, but the most rare is probably the shrinky dink pin.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Those were hand drawn. Those are hand drawn shrinky dink pins. We used E6000 to glue the metal backing on the back of them and gave them out to people. Just handing them out. We didn't try. Nobody was trying. If you got one of those, it was like a Star Trek like communicator almost.
Wow.
You wear it. There are people who actually have that pin still. I've seen it, and I just felt bad that I wanted that.
That was going to the oven and looking in the oven and letting them get small.
Shrinky dink for real,
y'all. I mean, just
they're going to be on the site on Monday, so make sure you get.
That's right.
$10 each. Like, come pick one up. Like,
Hand numbered.
super rare, huh?
Hand numbered.
So
Yeah,
Chuck,
hand numbered
numbered,
and
yeah.
signed by me.
so
If
Chuck been kind of
if
quiet.
if it appears, if you guys see it on the site next Monday, make sure you buy one. If not, then it's coming soon. But no, I really would like to bring back some of those innovative ideas. A lot of the stuff that we had like back in the days, y'all don't even know. Like, it was so wild that today actually technology has actually caught up with those ideas that we could probably do it. Like Mr. Hook as an animation, or even us doing it live action. Like, it's a lot of ideas. Action Packed Adventure 2. I still want to do the Ninth and Fifth Blues. I still want to do all of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Redo all
it's
of that.
great. You guys, it's great. You guys have the possibility because of the mystique behind it all, you know, and you guys have built up. Now you can easily or more easily connect with your fan base that you weren't able to do that before. And now you can market direct to them, you know, and so you're going to be finding all these Yaggfu fans all across the world, like all these people that tuned in here to the show tonight from all over the place.
Yeah, shout out to all the Yaggfu fans who tune in all across the world on the show.
Yep,
and
worldwide.
rock with us for such a long time. I know we're
Greatly
like a mystery or whatever, but it's better that way.
Yeah, it's dope. So it's a good time. I'm gonna put it back in your ear. I know you never want to hear it, but you know, the Action Packed Adventure Wax. You know, the Action Packed Adventure Wax remastered with bonus features.
Triple album.
That would be awesome. Remastered with bonus features. And it features these tracks: Friend of the Friend, Eat Buffet, and
Friend
Bridget.
of the Friend.
Like even deluxe CDs and shit, man. You guys, that would be beautiful. I'm just saying, just from a fan perspective myself. You know.
Well, we do want to let everybody know that upcoming very shortly in the near future that we have a online 24-hour radio show, which will be playing nothing but Yaggfu Front stuff, and you'll be able to find exclusive music, content, secret codes. All kinds of cool Yaggfu stuff is coming, like lots of entertainment from Yaggfu Front, but we want to deliver it from our own platform, which, you know, we will be announcing very shortly, right, I guess.
Yep.
And so if anybody's on here that's interested, make sure you listen out to these guys here and tune in, because, you know, they'll have the exclusives on when we drop it.
Yeah, definitely. We'll bring you guys back too for the announcement if you want. You know, you guys are always welcome to come through.
Very much.
You know?
Yeah,
very much.
It's gonna be
Appreciate
cool.
it.
We're gonna be playing all kinds of cool stuff. You can get, you know, exclusive content direct from us, and you know, it helps support group. Because think about it like this: for everybody that's watching, including you guys and everything, and Jingle, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, I know you don't see it this way, but I definitely see it this way. I mean, a lot of everybody, you know, we're a part of you. Like, you know, when you listen to us, you kind of zoned in and felt the vibe. So as we move forward, you know, we were kind of like, you know, an independent group that, you know, we got signed to a major, but it was like we were in the first independent major groups. We were probably one of the few underground groups to get the exposure that we had. And the truth be told, that was our aesthetic from day one. We were a DIY group before there was a DIY group. We were a lo-fi group before there was a lo-fi group. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, all these definitions is going into subgenres. We kind of encompass all that. But everybody that is in the crew maintained a connection to hip hop that was part of the purity of hip hop, and it comes from being DJs and listening to music. So, you know, we're not looking to blow up to the world, but we do want to support. Look for, bro. Oh, here you go. I'm live on YouTube on podcast. All right, this is my brother. You can best believe that we still have our thing. You know, we like hip hop so much. We have an aesthetic that gives you that vibe that you kind of still want. And I feel sometimes that I do feel kind of sad. Like, what would have been if we had continued on or released music? I don't think it would. I think we had to wait until now so we can have most of the creative control. They really bring you the type of music. I don't know if other people, during that time, you bring out the 360 deals. I mean, we do all of our stuff ourselves. It would make no sense to bring somebody in with our creativity to come in and take all the bread.
Yeah, you guys were way ahead of your time with that.
You're not gonna weigh us as the business minded hip hop partnership that we could be, and then we'll be coddled by that. But now it's not like that anymore. We can actually control everything and still do everything where everybody, getting off the type of music that, our fans can enjoy, which is really the most important. So once again, throughout all of that, subtle speech, it really is like, I appreciate everybody. I'm sure I speak for everybody to say we appreciate everybody that's still rocking with us. And I think that we feel like, we have a responsibility to make it worth the wait.
That's what's up.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. I got one more question for you guys that I've always wanted to ask about, and that's the song "Too Many MCs."
Oh yeah,
yeah, and how that came about, because I bugged out when I stumbled upon that album. I was like, featuring Yaggfu. Wait, what?
We have to watch that because of who we're talking about, which is Eastside the Anti-MC.
Yes.
Who doesn't exist really, and is not even an MC, and only came out with one album. So I don't even know how to approach that, because that guy, and he got banned from MTV for cursing him out and stuff.
Yeah,
not
well,
really.
His album was
took him seriously. I'm just
his one album
not
was
get
called.
banned.
His one album was called the debut album, The Farewell Tour. So that kind of
man, he's the dopest MC never to make it. He's the most underground MC ever. You can't get more underground than he saw the Anti-MC.
That's my dude. He really is my boy. He's just my dude.
I took a picture. The only picture that exists is one picture, and we don't even have it anymore. And his face was painted before rappers could even paint their faces. Before the Juggalos, almost, it seems.
Esau.
So, Insane Clown Posse. Oh, I don't know. They've been around for a minute. So, that Too Many MCs. Superstition is on there.
Yeah.
Black Mel. He was Black Mel back then. I'm on there, aren't you? Are you on there, Spin?
I think I am. I don't know. I might be. I think so.
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
There's too many MCs on the track to remember how many there were.
Too many MCs.
I think that was a shortened version. How many MCs were on that? I don't even remember.
I don't know.
It was less than the K-Slay joint, though. I remember that.
Yeah, but there were a lot at the time.
Yeah.
I know that.
There were way more. I think he had way more. I don't know.
Okay.
I would ask him, but he doesn't exist anymore. So.
Right.
Hey, somebody just asked for the radio station info too.
I mean, right now we are broadcasting live, but the link will be up tomorrow at 12:00 p.m. on unknownplanet.org. That's unknownplanet with a period .org. unknownplanet.org. It's not current right now, but it will be at 12:00 p.m. tomorrow, and it'll be running 24 hours. Program is limited. It will be expanded daily. Please listen in all the time. We're listening for new content. Am I right? Like, Spin's got new content. Jingle's got new content. Assassin is going to be making mixes, hopefully, dropping them, and we're going to have time, dates. I'm going to do a morning show, and I'm going to talk about morning stuff. And we're going to try to make it We're going to try to make it a real
morning stuff.
Yeah, like juicing. What do you do? Coffee. What do you talk about? Traffic. I'm going to be talking about I'm going to be talking about what the meteors are.
Weather
I'm
report.
Just try to make it. Yeah, I want Yaggfu Front to be the Banksy of hip hop, but you already know what we look like, though. Does that still work? Can we still tag, like put the Fisto logo in weird places like we used to? There used to be a place in Raleigh, off of maybe less than half a mile from my parents' house, that had a Yaggfu Front sticker for 20-something years to the city.
Years.
No one ever touched it. Yeah, they wouldn't touch it. They never touched it.
That's dope.
Crazy.
Yeah, they never touched it. Like the previous community, they you know, it was a staple. You see it every day. You go to see the stop sign, the Yaggfu Front sticker right there. So the plan is like to put another one there.
Yeah, you got to bring it back.
I'm definitely gonna bring it back. I'm gonna skate over there on my electric skateboard, and I'm gonna stick it up there at like 3:30 a.m. This isn't recorded in it. It's not going live on YouTube or nothing, right?
It's totally live on YouTube right now.
Oh,
yeah. That's
immediately ready for playback. So
I don't listen to Damage.
He knows.
Now I decree 20 minutes of Assassin Go. Just talk, bro. Like every time I get you to talk, you know.
Man, this is standard Assassin right here. This is not unusual.
Yeah, he only speaks with his hands. No, wait. That's
not unusual.
That's the other guy.
He's a Terminator X of Yaggfu Front.
Right. No, well, if you want to be technical, you know, that's a very accurate statement. Bob, can I say this? Is it wrong? I don't think so. I think I can get away with it. Bob actually, I'm gonna dance around this one, Bob. Bob actually, like, was the top person out of several people who wanted to be DJs for Yaggfu Front, and some people are still salty. I ain't gonna call nobody out, but I can tell you this: Bob is 100% like the best dude for the job. Like back in the day, Spin was gonna be the DJ, and then Spin started rapping. The Yaggfu Front has gone through all kinds of like different morphings before you guys came here. It's always been core three, just me, Jingle, and Spin. But it's never just been us. It's been us and Jason Pop Tart McMillan. It was Milkshake. It was Brother Black. It was MC Power. It's Joe City. It's DJ Assassin. Yeah, like yo, it was
Flam Flam.
Flam, yeah. I mean, that was coming too, but you know how I get. Yeah,
That's the
you gotta understand that we had a community of people. Earthquake, you gotta wait. Don't discount
Quake.
Perry Jones, who absolutely 100%. Perry Jones is the one who put the front in Yaggfu Front. I must never forget that. He was the idea of even coming up with the word front for Yaggfu Front, and he was definitely a member. So there's so many people that that really, you gotta keep it real. Like so many people that put a lot of effort, energy, and their belief and their heartfelt, like, you know, best wishes into us making it. I mean, like, you know, Al Tariq, you know, not to even go into it, but he's kind of like a member as well. And then if you really want to say that, then like if you count him, like Geronimo from the Rumpelstiltskin was kind of a member.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm
Geronimo,
saying?
son.
Yeah, like
wow.
That's what I'm saying. And it was so you got to understand that Yaggfu Front became more than just the guys who were rapping. And spiritually, it was us because we were the spearheads. We were the co-leaders. A long time ago when we were in Spin's apartment, really, actually, me, Jingle, and Spin were like, yeah, we need to have a leader. We need to have somebody to come out. But truthfully, we all stood on our own. We were all DJs in my respect. Listen, they were way better DJs than I am in terms of cut and scratch and all three of them. But we were all DJs by technical default, I can admit. So throw me in there. We're all producers. And Bob, if he really wanted to, he'd get up there and spit a little something. If we can convince him. So
I've been trying to get him to make me some more beats.
Yeah, we got
I'm coming.
Yeah. He about to start doing it. I tried to convince him to do a little step music or something like that. He can get it going. I'm trying to tell you how everybody goes. Yeah, we all in our own right, like kind of like have talent and strength. But when we come together, it's like Voltron, and that's the exciting part about us going into new ventures and doing stuff, is because that energy is still there, that hip hop vibe is still there. If you come see us at a show, the goal is to rock it just like we would rock a crowd, a party, or any other situation that we used to, even when we were in college. None of those feelings of vibe is still there, and the skill is still there, and now we got the sense to make it even better for true fans, and maybe a little bit of redemption for some people who have always been
I'm
our
not.
fans.
I'm going to leave my disclosure here. I'm not 25 years old. I will not be jumping off of no goddamn stage. I will not be jumping off no damn stage before I break my damn leg. I'll leave my disclosures there. But I most definitely, I will say, I will have, look, I will, my B-boy displaysism will be in full effect. My B-boyism will be in full effect.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Can we rock hip hop? That's what I'm saying. Can we rock? We just always say let's be jumping and dancing like we used to. I'm not running no more.
My B-boyism will be in full, because that's one thing I will say. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they were talking about the luau, and I'll say this. I was just like, because sometimes when you what you say, a music appreciation, the music appreciation. I like listening to the stuff when everybody's up there going, my Adidas, and then, I'm that person that enjoy that vibration, but then I'm that type of person that want to go home and 20 years later and still listen to the record, go, my Adidas, like, wow. But the display and the way that I didn't understand hip hop the way that I kind of can appreciate hip hop now. The whole graph of it, the whole, like I said, the method to its madness. I can say that the luau was us being B-boys. You know what I'm saying? I just, the way that it was done, from the cuts to the way we passed the mic. And that's what I think I'm most excited about if, you know what I'm saying, and when we do get to a point and the momentum is right for a show, to command a show, for it to go where you want it to go, where you see it and where you want it to go. That's the focus, the laser focus that, you know what I'm saying, I hope that we all get back, because I got so many questions for like C-Doc and people, that's anybody, I mean Jenny or any of it, you know what I'm saying, because to me now, I think I can be the best student in the class now, you know what I'm saying? Not, I ain't talking about the one that's going to just be excel, I can do all things crazy. I'm talking about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like to be able to astound, to be able to deliver something from, you know what I'm saying, from the heart. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's a lot now. It's just like everybody's giving everybody something, but it's not from a real place. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, it's either made up or, you know what I'm saying, it's I can go into the discussion, but it's just a place that I think that us as artists now, we, you know, especially older school artists, you know what I'm saying, and coming into this, you know, at this point in time, is to share like not only the nostalgia, but the style and the way it's supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? The way how it's supposed to be done. That's my wish. You know what I'm saying, for hip hop. I want it. You know what I'm saying. I want to be a part, and even when I'm around people like, you know, like Diamond and things of that sort, I got so much respect, so much more respect, you know what I'm saying, than I ever had before, because, you know, to see somebody elevate and create and still be on that level and still keeping it hip hop and still keeping it, you know what I'm saying, seriously. I mean, that's why I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, Assassin, because I thought I liked music and listen to music. I went a weekend with Assassin. I thought I was gonna lose my mind, man. I literally like it was. He just playing music. I mean, I thought I like listening to music, but that dude there, he plays music all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a professional DJ. If anybody wanted event done, get Assassin, book Assassin, because most definitely. I mean, and now he has this Hot Butter Soul thing going on too. That's DVS. Some of the people that said before, DJ Scotty, and they had just did an event. I forget what his name. Lonnie B.
From the Super Friends.
This past weekend from out of Richmond, and these are all events, man. That you know what I'm saying, that hip hop events. That's the possibility. You know what I'm saying, of bringing. You know what I'm saying, not only bringing the nostalgia, but bringing it, showing people how it's supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's how it's supposed to be done, and
we got a connection to hip hop, bro. Like one of the things is we got a connection to the original hip hop. So we throw like Spin mentioned breakbeat. Jingle mentioned the vibe, and my Adidas. Assassin is a DJ. We're all DJs. We present hip hop in forms that would be called meta today, because when you listen to it, you get paid. There's a lot of homage in it, so it's very layered. It's like you ever seen one on 1,000 layered potatoes? It's really thick and dense. You know what I mean? Like really crisp. Like so the more you listen to it, you can peel it back even further, and you even have questions that we give you questions. You want to, you want questions. So one of the vibes that, I'm hoping, like when he said the luau and the hip hop, then there's a lot of trading back and forth, MC-wise. There's a lot of styles that we had to get through to get to the level of hip hop that we're at. I mean, and that goes from the Funky 4+1, you know what I'm saying? Like the King Tim the Third. Like we know our hip hop. We go as far back as it is. But internally, like inside, like we imbibe it so that it comes out naturally. So those references and those styles of how we put stuff together still has the sound of hip hop that sounds like if you hear a beat, if we got beat and you hear a Yaggfu beat, it's like it has a duality to it, which is like, wait a minute, this sounds like it could be from then, but it sounds fresh right now, consistently. And so, but there's something about, I think there's a lot of training that all through Jingles, man, even now, it's that we all went through this type of training to get to that level, to be able to be that spontaneous. So a lot of times, it's quite evident when people have a natural talent with that, and then it's also evident when people don't practice or train on their hip hop. That's the one thing that I know that's my limit in terms of today's hip hop.
Yeah, no, that's
some youngins.
That's a great point. Yeah, no, it's great that you guys have that and the dedication to the music and to the culture, and that you can bring your own stuff to it. And like I said at the top of the show, man, I'm just glad you guys are still doing stuff. That's fantastic, man.
We're still around. We're still together. And we can probably like give you that same type of vibe based off of everything that we're doing. And I feel like we're pretty authentic. I think the same way that you see us together kicking is the same way we are off camera. And we just got chemistry, Yep. And we need this, man. Like we need this in hip hop. You gotta admit that we gotta step ourselves out of the position and look at it in terms of a hip hop perspective. But we need this maybe I don't mean we need it. I'm taking myself out of Yaggfu Front when I say this, but we kind of need some like hip hop like this. it would help me get through my particular. I'm not against modern hip hop. I'm just saying it doesn't have. It's a lot of a lack of love in there in terms of the broadcasting of love through the hip hop part. You know what I mean? And so I'm not saying that that's not genuine with the people who are making it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're going through something, but can we have some energy and vibe and vibration? To go along with that as well.
I think what I'm saying. The hop
I
in
want to say
like
this
right
real
there.
quick
Go
before I
go
say
ahead.
this, because this might sound like the wrong, but somebody please co-sign on me. All right, so the Migos came out with a song called "Fight Night." You know what song I'm talking about? "Fight Night."
Yep.
I thought that was well put together. When I think of hip hop songs, I found that song to be well put together. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that the lyrics, the way that the song was set up was off. It wasn't necessarily. It was off the beaten path of the way that you usually hear a Migos song. I feel like there's room for more. Yeah, I feel like there's more room for hip hop there. People that just because you have I feel like if more artists would see that they have a little more wiggle room to bring around different styles of hip hop into their music to show versatility, that they wouldn't have to ape each other so much, because that's when you get older and you start getting past 40, your ears start to change.
Well, I mean, to me, I you know what I'm saying, I don't use that for no excuse. I know that, and this is we'll get our Larry King on later, C Dot. You know what I'm saying? When we get serious, like we in the war room, because I didn't want to carry it there, because this hip hop thing. I mean, we're talking about the youngsters, the new styles that's coming out, all of this stuff, and even then, you know what I'm saying, like when they did come out with records that was mumble rap or whatsoever, the cadence was still there, the stanzas were still there. Then you had rappers that was a little bit more what's the word, that was able to sit up here and say take those same stanzas and put content over them, using those stanzas and
same flow,
and rhythm, same flow whatsoever,
lyrical,
that made in a more lyrical way. You know what I'm saying? That people could consume it. It wasn't just mumbly. It was, you can kind of get the dictation of it. So with everything's changing, like I said, it's been a world. I mean, this record industry has been a whirlwind of changes. I mean, from the last year, like I said, not just analog to digital, but you got to look at it for what it is too. You had James Brown that set up here necessarily say, and he's been the most sampled artist probably of all time, and to sit there necessarily for him to say, I can't see how y'all can make a record with playing one note. So he's there in the studio watching this hip hop producer play this one key over and over and looping this stuff. He's saying, I don't understand how y'all making this music just playing one note. So to sit here and necessarily to see, because it was the same thing when people used to sit up here and say, what are you doing that? Pulling all what I mean?
Word.
You find the same people that's coming from the 90s that's doing the same thing. I don't see what y'all doing with this. It's the same thing, just as you just mirroring the past. It's a big cycle and circle. What makes me most excited about all this stuff, I mean, I listen to these millennials. I say some of them have brilliant minds, super brilliant minds, and got great ideas. You know what I'm saying? Now people might sit up here and they say may not like this song, but some of these songs that are coming out now, content wise, the feeling that's coming from them, we haven't gotten back into where like the Chuck D's and that's the word I was looking for, the consciousness. I mean, of the what you would call it, the tempo of what exactly our time or what we're going through. Like, you know, it was more vocal, like you said. That's where the Public Enemies came in. That's where the NWAs came from, the reporters on the streets and things of that sort. So now we're moving on. Now we get into the bag and the way the people order a business. It's a lot to learn and a lot to sit up here and necessarily appreciate and, you know, soak up. It's just like a machine. Everything changes. It's always going to change. We don't know what's next. You know what I'm saying? We don't know unless you really start, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain things, like you see people that got brilliance that'll bring things in your face and be like, damn.
Right.
You know, I ain't even never seen it come out from left field like that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Mama Dea. We're talking about MTV and all of this stuff. We was a Rock Me Amadeus. You're talking, I mean, that was everybody, every hip hopper was Amadeus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where it all came from. So
Hey, yo, shout out Kevin L. He in the chat. I just saw you up here.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah.
But
Kevin L.
it's an exciting, to me. I just hope that the information, like we're living in an information society. I think that Damage is touching on some things. I mean, I'm going to touch on some things. I mean, I know I'm a layering type person. Assassin is all of us have a spin is, you know what I'm saying, technical and able to move things. He have great records that he's already made for the crew that's coming out. I just say, man, I mean, the reality of it is, man, we got to just keep on living and be careful and try to take care of each other best we can, because we don't know what's up next. We don't know what's coming up.
Right.
I'm gonna give
God willing.
I'm gonna give an ill perspective on hip hop now. I love hip hop. I always have. And the things that we see that we like and we don't like are still that reflection of hip hop. That's the way I look at it. Even when you hear stuff that people complain about, you hear like super hypersexuality or violence, it's like it, but it's a thing that like comes out of hip hop, because hip hop is the only way, in my opinion, that people have had for a long time to be able to put exactly how they feel out there. Like, it's a lot of underground hip hop. I'm an underground hip hop dude. Like, I'm a serious underground hip hop dude. Like, I listen to a lot of rappers that most people never heard of. There's amazing people out here, like purely amazing people that most people have never heard of and probably never will.
State a couple.
But the truth is, you know, even the kids that you kind of don't like they got a lane, because it really is their culture. It really is, like, even if it's just a block, just a street. You know what I'm saying?
I can't hear y'all.
Oh, you can't hear me either?
But yo,
that's the first time I heard your voice. You sound clear though.
Who?
Yeah, Bob. Talking about Assassin. Yeah. But yo, real talk. It's like, yo, I'm telling you, it's out here. I love it. We gonna keep doing it, and when we drop shit, people gonna be like, what? Like, I love it. It's nothing. It's natural to us, and we just love doing it. So we gonna keep doing it. We're just gonna keep doing it.
Hey,
and we have completely lost everybody.
Yeah. It's just us. It's a click.
C-Doc is
everybody in the chat. We taking over. We took over Split Slam. They out of here. We here
man.
now.
C-Doc on that hotel internet. That hotel internet is like
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm in the elevator now. The laptop died, and kids were trying to go to bed. I'm like, all right, let me step out. I'm gonna go outside here. So
yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah, sorry.
We gotta well, not we. I know me. I gotta probably step. I gotta get up in the morning and
this store. Let me tell you, everybody all across the world. Let me just let you go jingle and spin. Let me have a conversation with these guys, and you guys just sit in before we get off the phone, because it's rare that I get a chance to see them looking in the face to face. Man, you know I'm over here in Steve Evans' house, and I gotta go to the store right up here off of Rock Quarry Road, and it closes between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, bro. So I gotta use the electric skateboard to ride it up there to get there, and they always are doing like inventory right at the exact same time. So I'm like listening, enjoying the whole thing. I'm looking at the clock, like I can't get to the store. We out here in the country. Everything closes at 4 o'clock p.m. Everybody goes to sleep at 5. So. I mean, you know, I'm just exaggerating, but I just wanted to lament for a minute because, you know, they will understand. I know you guys understand.
It's all good.
We'll let you get to the store.
Let me get to the store. Like, I want some snacks. I want some cheer wine. I want a whole bunch of North Carolina stuff. I want some cheer wine. I want some Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah, some crackling. They got chicken in the store. They got they got crispy fried chicken in the store, ready to go.
You only got 20 minutes, you know.
Well,
yeah, I know. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
It's about that time.
Look at the disappointment on my face. You know, I'm not getting no chicken.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna jump.
Wine.
I just want to say shout out to everybody who tuned in. And I was trying to read some of the comments. I appreciate everybody tremendously. I appreciate C-Doc and Jennifer for real.
Yeah.
And of course
Thanks,
my boy
Danny, for putting this together.
And Chuck. Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. Yo.
Yeah,
like,
and Chuck and M-Rock, who wasn't able to make it. Chuck came in his stead. Which, you know, I was happy that Chuck showed up because he's always ducking me. But
I know.
We can, yeah, he didn't want to say nothing. He was being quiet. But he did hit me earlier today, like, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing you on the show. I was like, oh, you showing up tonight. All right.
But he didn't say anything, though.
Nah, I didn't say nothing. He was just like, it's the GOAT. They're in the house. The legend. The guy somehow came down from Mount Olympus and landed on the show.
Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
How about we came down from Grandfather Mountain. There you go.
Right. Yeah. Grandfather Mountain. That's even better.
North Carolina know what it is.
Assassin can come in one more time. Just say goodbye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yeah.
I know, right? And it's finally working. It's finally working perfectly after 2 hours, but it's cool.
Right. No, you guys bring on. This is what you do. Do you find out from everybody, like, if they're actually like, when are we ever gonna have a forum? Do you know that, like, there's so many questions that never get asked, like, every time we do a podcast? Because every time we do a podcast, what happens is everybody just listens to us talk and they never ask any questions.
I got some questions. I got some questions I want to ask. What you can say? The question I want to ask.
And it's going to be great on part 2. Wait, on part 2 of MC Doc again with Yaggfu Front coming next time on YouTube, all channels.
Right.
Make sure y'all tune in for that one.
What's your question, Assassin? Did you really have a question?
It's for everybody, but it's like, do you remember? And it's like different situations. And a lot of my ultimate hip hop moments are with these guys. And it's like one time I was having technical difficulties, but I did hear Jones Beach. And like Jones Beach is one of the most ultimate hip hop moments because everybody you could imagine in the game of hip hop was at that concert. I mean, every single body.
Everybody. Everybody. You name them, they were there.
And it's like, okay, like Wu-Tang, it was the first time we got a chance to see Wu-Tang perform. And you got to think it's maybe 100,000 people at the beach for this concert. So Wu-Tang gets on stage and goes, "Sue." And when they go, "Sue," the whole place is "Sue." And we're like, what the hell is going on out here? So, man, it's just moments of hip hop because I want to say, do you remember? And I want to say, do you remember that time we went to San Francisco and we got on the plane in Charlotte and DJ Polo and DJ K-Nice got on the plane and we got on the lady and the kids' nerves in front of us all the way from Charlotte to San Francisco playing music.
Yeah, we was playing beats for
that plane was huge.
8 hours on the plane. We had
It
a
was a
box
big
on the
plane.
plane, and we was rocking beats and freestyling all the way to San. Everybody was, they would have landed the plane and kicked us off
Everybody
nowadays.
was mad.
Yeah, it would have been like,
Everybody
nah.
was mad.
I got one more.
Wait,
I got one more.
okay.
I got one more. I got
All right.
one more. All right. Do y'all remember Freaknik in Atlanta
Oh
backstage? And the whole crowd is going crazy. Like the crowd's like, wow! Like, what the hell's going on? And we look, and it's Too Short walking by itself with about 2,000, 3,000 people following him. And it's like, what the fuck is going on down here, man? It's just ultimate
but
hip
weren't they
hop
like
moments,
several,
man.
like that was backstage and they were down to the left and it was just Too Short and then like several feet behind him it was like hundreds of people or some shit.
Just following
I
him.
remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah,
like it was
crazy.
just Too Short walking by himself, no security. If it was security, I didn't see him. And then like several feet behind him is a literal wall of people like following Too Short around.
It was crazy. Oh, see, I got a question
no,
for you though.
No, I got one for you, Bob. I got one for you. Wait. Who all was there? I don't know who was there. Who was in the van when it spun around in New Orleans?
Oh, jeez, we thought we was gonna die.
Oh my god.
You remember that?
Okay, because
we was going to
security. It was security. The security dude was driving. He got fired
yeah,
that day.
you
But he
said.
just, what was his name? I can't remember his name. What was his name?
He turned around and said, yeah, man.
Stone.
He said, yeah, man. Hey, don't you guys be joking about that voodoo stuff because that's real around here. And we're like, yeah, right. And then the van magically spins around, y'all. It literally spins around in the middle of the highway for no apparent reason and then straightens right back up and keeps going.
And we was on a bridge. I'm like, yo, we gonna go in the water. There's alligators in the water. We in New Orleans.
Yeah, it was like on the exit. It was like getting off,
on the highway. Yo, swear. We was like, everybody was holding on to the van. Oh my god.
Who all remembers me burning my mouth on the who all remembers I know Spin at least remembers this. Do you remember me burning my mouth on a crawdad pizza?
Yeah, we had to go. We was in New York. We was in New York. We had a show.
You remember that too,
like,
Bob? You remember me burn? You remember me eating a crawdad pizza and literally burning all the skin off the roof?
It was. I don't even understand
that story.
Like the pizza that hot.
That story.
Pizza. Y'all know what 2 Boots. Anybody been in New York know what 2 Boots pizza is?
2 Boots pizza. We went there. It was like an Italian New Orleans fusion. And we had a show, and I was hungry as crap.
They make it sound funny. They make it sound funny, but I'm gonna tell you like this: we walking down the street, and because we got to go because I wore out and no see that I seen you yawning, and I know Spin about that. But I'm gonna tell you.
No, we're trying to make it epic.
Let me say, he trying to make it sound epic, right? Brad was so excited to get this damn piece of pizza, right? So I'm like, he's excited to get this pizza, right? I'm saying that we walking in and whatsoever. He goes in this place, man. Let me tell you, he goes in this place and gets the pizza. Because I ain't eating no anchovies, but it was he said crawdads, but I think it was anchovies.
No, it was crawdads.
Okay, crawdads. Okay, all right. So the pizza just came out the damn oven. You hear me? Out of a stone oven. I can guarantee you, he probably wasn't even thinking. The pizza was probably still bubbling as he put it in his mouth. Right?
It's so good.
He takes a bite. I mean, like a big bite. I mean, how a square. I mean, a triangle.
Yeah.
He said. He starts trying to scratch the roof of his mouth. So he finally, the pizza cools down enough that the cheese comes out. The pizza comes out. We're walking just casually. This Negro pulls the top lining of his mouth all the way from the back to the front. He can hold it in front of you. You can see the teeth marks. Real dog. I said, Brad.
No,
all I felt was pain. All I felt was like pain for him. I said, man, I said, I
imagine
know that
eating,
joint
like,
had to hurt.
5-6 boxes of Captain Crunch and just like messing up all the roof of your mouth, but all at once, hot. It was amazing, delicious.
I ain't
It
never
was probably the
seen.
best piece
You
of
can see
pizza
the
I ever
vein,
ate.
every vein from the top of his mouth in that
Oh,
little slim
it was
of skin that came off the top of his
It
mouth.
was probably the ace of skin that made the
He
pizza
had
taste
no
good.
good. Oh man, I don't see how you lived after that. I would have died. I would have died.
Listen, for days, like there was no reprieve. That's why I'm ready to. I want to do hot ones. I want to do hot ones because after that, I'm ready for anything. Man, you can just pour this hot sauce in my mouth. I'll go for it.
That was your training.
That was amazing.
I got
see that real quick.
Yeah.
See that. Let me ask you a question. See that. You say you mess with you fuck with Chuck D, right?
Yep,
he makes all the beats for him. Yeah.
You know Davy J?
Davy J?
Oh Lord.
My son?
Yeah.
Is that who that is? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where I met you. See that? I met you at Terminator's wedding in
I
Ohio.
know why he said C-Dog and Davy J. That's the contact I sent to him.
We did meet at Terminator's.
Terminator's wedding.
Did meet at Terminator's wedding. That's right.
Right. And he's got your contact with your number from me. And when I sent him the contact, my contact for you says C-Doc and Davy J. And now it makes sense.
So, because the more I look at you, I'm like, is this Davy J? But Davy J is actually your son. But Davy J is your son because he always holding up the albums. He got the albums up and all. He got all the records and all that shit. Yeah. So
talking about online.
Small world.
Small world. That's right. We did meet. That's right, man. Damn.
When I was saying C-Doc, this is C-Doc. This is C-Doc.
Good night, Jingle.
Good night, y'all. Good night.
Oh, good night, Jingle. Let's talk to you, bro.
Us.
Yes, sir.
Spin forth, you leaving too?
Yep.
Yeah, I am. I'm done.
All right, Spin. Yeah, thank you, bro.
All right, you guys. Yo, I loved it.
Bye.
Yeah, love you, bro. Thanks for coming through. We'll do this again.
All right, Bobito. Hey, yo, I'm gonna holler at you. All right, y'all.
All right, Seth.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. Peace, D.
Well, you know, I'm gonna stay on until you guys cut off.
Okay.
You guys aren't here.
Well, it's gonna be in a minute.
I can't go to the store now. Like, what do you want me to do? You got me here. Like,
you got 8 minutes.
It's too late.
Huh?
It's too late.
No, it's 11:20. Listen. I'm gonna have to wait till 12 o'clock, which we're not staying on, I'm sure. But you know, I just want to say everybody that knows Yaggfu Front, that personally, and everybody that came on here, appreciate y'all too. If I'm just seeing people that got on there, and it'd be cornball to go through there and just say, hey, shout out to you. But yeah, Vinyl 5, just a quick one. Enoch, I know you. 2800 Films, I know who you are. Melissa, I know who you are. Appreciate y'all coming through. Just wanted to shout y'all out too. And then also Jenny, thanks for you know what I'm saying, helping me to pull this off. And C-Doc, yeah, thanks for being a patsy. Appreciate you, bro.
Always, bro. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how it is. You know what it is. You know, I'm always thinking.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like, yo, I'm just saying that's my boy. Like, whatever he wants to do. Like, I owe him like 10,000 verses on the Impossibles, which I would like to bring up something right now, like, and clear this, right? It is the Impossibles, right? It's the Impossibles, right? Not the Impossibles.
Impossibles, yeah.
I had an argument with Jenny that it's the Impossibles. She goes, it's impossible. To know it's the Impossibles. She was like, no, it's the Impossibles. I was like, I know that it's meant to be the Impossibles, but it's the Impossibles. Like, you got to kind of like lean into the bull part.
Lean into the bull's part, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong, right? On camera, Jenny, I don't play with you. I told you stop playing with me now. Like I know what I'm talking about. I've known this guy for years. Are you trying to say I'm trying to mispronounce it, and I'm not. I know what I'm doing. I'm a fan. I know what I listen to. I know who I'm listening to. So you can't play with me like that. Don't play with me.
Because we always went by the Bulls for short. So,
right.
Yeah.
The Bulls.
Yep.
There you
The
go.
Bulls.
And I was trying to explain. I was just like, say imposter. She said imposter. I say Bulls. She said Bulls. I say impossible. She goes impossible.
We
No.
did. We had this whole argument.
No.
That's
Say
all right.
Say Bulls. She still wouldn't do it. But anyway, I get it. It's kind of like, it's to me, it's kind of like when you call MC, like you're talking to MC Light, you're interviewing MC Light, and you say, "So, MC, what are your plans for the future, MC?" It's kind of like that, a little bit.
Wait. Okay, so I got one last question. What's
Sure.
the craziest mispronunciation of Yaggfu Front that you guys ever had? Did you ever have any of that, like real bugged out? Like,
Well,
yeah.
as you guys so eloquently referred to, there is a skit on Action Packed Adventure where I'm a radio DJ, not dissimilar to the radio DJ I was at WKNC, and I'm saying, it's like we got a new group of names, and the guy goes Yaggfu Front, and I go Yaggfu Front, y'all. We have had a number of mispronunciations. Usually, they try to make it more Asian, like Yaggfu Front, or sometimes they go Yag like Yag, or they go Yagfu Front.
Yaggfu.
Yeah. Huh? You said charge up? Yeah, that's right, bro. I gotta charge up the skateboard. That's mine. What up, bro? It is amazing. I thought it was simple. It's like Yaggfu. Now, a long time ago, there was a separation between the words Yag, Y-A-G-G, F-U, and the F-R-O-N-T. But that came along like a misprint because somebody thought that it should be like that.
Front.
Yaggfu Front.
What's up?
One guy, the one time, the best thing, I wish I recorded, but this before I knew how to download videos off of YouTube. There was one YouTube that's not up there where a guy was talking about Yaggfu Front, but his channel's not up there. But he was from Japan, and whenever he would say Yaggfu, he'd say Yaggfu Front. He would say it like almost like that. And anybody who's from Japan, I'm not aping on his accent. I'm just saying that's exactly how he said it.
That's how he said it, yeah.
Yeah, it was so excited to be talking about Yaggfu Front. So shout out to everybody in all kinds of countries that's listening to us go nuts and enjoyed it. Because you know what the main thing I want to let you know is about Yaggfu Front at this current moment that's been going on is that we got our vibe back, which is great. The
That's
vibe,
dope.
like, it's such a weird, delicate, it's such a weird, delicate kind of thing that you gotta kind of like tiptoe on, because not only do you have to bring a lot of like weight to it, you also have to literally do it in a way that's not a lot of weight to it. It's almost spontaneously prepared. Is that even a possibility?
Sure.
So,
of course.
Spontaneously prepared.
And then you even being in a group saying we're going to do something, we never know how it's going to turn out. Some songs take like 4-10 years, like, you know what I mean, like, and then but they it's just weird.
Yeah, nope, I get it.
It's weird, but
I get it, man.
I'm sure you experience it, and Jennifer, I'm sure you experience it every day when your birds like talk back to you in your voice. It's kind of like strange. Yep. I want a bird to follow me around. Like, that would be so hot. Like, once again, I'm about to ramble, but wouldn't it be cool? Like, there was a crow one time that would follow me around. Like, I wonder what happened to that crow. It was the same.
And on that note, my ship goes in the dark.
What? Oh, yeah. Can we get a demonstration? Can we get a demonstration? No. And can you turn off the lights and it glows? Is that gonna work?
We tried that the one time.
No.
The screen lights up too much.
Yeah. It probably didn't work.
You have to take a picture.
Anyway, I'm not trying to keep. I'm not trying to keep you guys on here. I got plenty of things to talk to you about if you really want to. I want to do a dry run for my morning show. So let me ask you this: Yeah, I mean, I got questions. I always got questions. Have you guys heard that Arby's has a burger?
Are we
The
going to talk about this
Rarity
again?
No, wait. I thought
had a
they
burger.
weren't supposed to.
Huh? No, I had it.
I thought they
It was
weren't.
absolute garbage. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I was
You
so
know that now
disappointed.
they
You know where
have
Arby's-
fish and chips.
Yeah. Everything else from Arby's is great, but the burger, they had to take that off the menu like ASAP. Whoever the chef was that they hired to come up with that burger for Arby's disrespected the commercials that says Arby's, we have the meat.
Right.
Well, here's some dumb information for you about Arby's. Do you know where Arby's started?
No, where did Arby's start?
It started in Youngstown, Ohio, and it was these two brothers, the Raffle brothers, and that's where the name comes from. Raffle Brothers Arby's. So, oddly enough,
Arby's.
yeah.
Oh,
Arby's.
Okay, gotcha.
RB, yeah.
Arby's.
Yeah. So, oddly enough, the one of the brothers, my mom, when she was just out of college, was working for a veterinarian, and one of the Raffle brothers would bring his dog in or whatever to get treated. So, yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Little strange,
Kevin Bacon shit.
Weirdo Arby's
Damage your
trivia.
brothers. Your brother.
Yeah.
Your
Could
brother.
start their own and call it TBs, but that would be tuberculosis. So maybe not.
EB.
Tuberculosis.
Yeah, not TB.
Oh
no, that
my
would be
God.
TB. Me and my brother, TBs or EBs. But, let's see what else I have. Apparently, apparently the Marvel universe is all a tither right now because there's a lot going on in the Marvel universe with the movies. Like there's
all the
multiverse.
announcements they made.
Yeah, see,
Oh.
what happened was Disney like bought up everything, and when they was buying up stuff like Star Wars and Marvel, they were like, "How much money can we make? Oh, we can make money into the future." So they said, "We're gonna just put a hall, and we're gonna invite everyone. We're gonna make them pay to come in and hear about the future." So they made this hall, and then they were like, "Yo, we're gonna go into the world and beyond, and we're gonna do this." So they did it, and they pulled it off. They had these big stars, and it was a huge event. And they had one of the biggest movies ever, and then they were just like, "What are we gonna do next? We're gonna launch we're gonna launch a Disney Plus, and you can get all of the stuff you've been getting in the movies at home. Plus, we're gonna give you all the stuff you ever saw." And they were like, "Well, yo, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna take it all. We're gonna put it together. What you see on TV is also gonna be connected to the movies. And it's just gonna be one big universe. And then guess what else we're gonna do? We're gonna take other universes from other companies, and we're gonna bring them into our company. And now we're gonna merge those into one universe. We're gonna have a movie about it. It's gonna be great. And then everything is gonna be put together. Guess what else we're gonna do? We're gonna take that and we're gonna splinter it. We're gonna break it into pieces. Now we've thrown the multiverse everywhere, all around. Oh my God. Now it's multiverse everywhere. Now you got 5 fucking Doctor Stranges, 6 fucking Spider-Man. Hulk's got a sister. Like it's chaos. And then there's a
Hulk's
ghost.
got a sister?
Or he was a ghost, he died.
She-Hulk.
Yo, there's a dude that died and came back, right? And then like he came back, but he was already crazy. But it was 3 of them. But you didn't know it was 3 at first. It was just 2 of them, right? Now there's a girl who put on a band, and like she's now like crystals is coming out of her hands. But her favorite person is Captain Marvel. But all of a sudden she gets turned into confetti, and she turns into Captain Marvel, which is weird, right? Why would that happen, right? In the meantime, like Steve Rogers left, he went to go see Peggy, but really he did that last because he was supposed to drop off the stones, right? But he had the shield, but he brought it back and he gave it to Falcon. Right, but then the government was like, "Well, you got to work for us because you were running around with him, and So anyway, but he came back and it was like, "Yo," and then he was like, "I hate you, Bucky." He was like, "I hate you too, but we got to figure out what happened." Then they gave the serum to this old black guy, and they saved a whole bunch of people, but they put him in the jail.
We should say spoiler alert Because he's about to.
No, this is it. No, I'm trying to explain how we got here. They split the whole thing. They broke it into pieces, right? I'm trying to tell you, they had a haul. They had a haul this weekend, right?
Yep.
They had all of this, but they didn't tell you anything. So I'm trying to tell you why, so you know why they had the haul. So anyway, so the black guy, right? He saved a whole bunch of people, they didn't. So they figured it out, and there's some dudes. They had the formula they were trying to give. They were trying to recreate the formula, and then that's really why the Nazi dude, not the original Nazi dude, he died. But when he died, like he fell into the stone, and when he went into the stone, he had to block the stone, which is why Gamora. Okay, so.
Now you got to
Gamora,
backtrack.
He died
because you got ahead.
Well, Gamora died. Her dad threw off a cliff. It's crazy.
Right.
Anyway, she's back now.
Because that was the one true. That was his one true love.
Right, but that's not even her. It's some other one. I saw that in the trailer, which is at the hall. Okay, so what I'm saying is at the end.
But it was
like,
her. It was future her.
But look, no, it was not future her. It was past her that went into the future. Okay, just get that right, because when you see her, you're gonna think Gamora's dead, but the new Gamora is the one from the past. They plucked her out of the past and put her into the future. It doesn't make any sense because see what they did. Because see Loki so Hulk came down the stairs like fuck stairs, right? And so Iron Man was like when he came down the stairs, and they had gone into the past, and Iron Man was like, I got it. I'm pretending to be somebody else. Yo, drop the case. Iron Man got flicked the same way Thor got flicked, but his clothes didn't come off. And then it slid. The damn Tesseract. The Tesseract slid. Loki picked it up. He fell into some caveman shit. The TVA was like, you can't do that. They took him to jail. Basically, he escaped jail, found another version of himself that was a chick. He thought she was hot. They ended up kissing. But anyway, he messed it up because they ended up figuring out who was in charge, and that's Kang. And he's in the hall, too. He's in the freaking hall, okay? So they kill him, but he's not dead because just like, Gamora, he's from the past in the future and a future self that ends up figuring out it's going to be split in the timelines, which is exactly what that bitch said when Hulk went to try to go with the stone. So now that it's split, he's up there. He's dead. He's happy because now it's over with, but it's beginning. He's the statue. Loki don't know where he's at. Like, we don't even know what the hell's going on with him. Now, all of a sudden, but just because Peter Parker wanted to sit up here and try to get these motherfuckers in the MIT, like, Dr. Strange fucks up the damn, he don't know the streams is going everywhere, so he fucks up the spell. The spell opens up the streams. Now people are coming in everywhere into Hall H, which is where they're telling you about everything that's about to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on It's C-Doc again. And now you know.
Yeah, I'll see y'all. Peace. I'm out.
Thanks, Damage.
Peace.
Peace. I got no control over shutting anything off tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, peace. Click.
Jennifer.